Squad chat, what's good, everybody? Hope you're doing well. Welcome back in. The weekend is officially underway as we kick it off with the pad here. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope you had, at the very least, a good week, so that the weekend can be even sweeter. Welcome back. Before we get any further, let me say hello to the early chatters, and then let's get into it. Jinx, welcome in. Buttercup, hope you're doing well. Kansas in the building, what's good? Woohoo, we're finally here, says Pixie. Welcome in, Pixie. Palmleaf, hello. Jackie, what's good? Swarnot, good evening to you. Kalita, what's good in the building? Jen, bro, hello. Palmleaf says, you guys think they've been playing Veto? I think so too. Chrissy, welcome in. Kenzie, what's good? Can of Biscuits. Tim Shields, happy pat to you. Linden House, hello, welcome in. Tara Teeth in the building, what's up, what's up? Mikey, what's good? Hope everyone had a better week than Lauren. I think I can say safely that we did. Amy, welcome. Hello, hello. Genrads, repeat respawning. Atomic, hello. Soja, what's good? Let's spend the last few days of my sub enjoying the pad. What up, Soja? What up, what up? Lil Leaf, happy pat to you. Russ in the building. Who's excited for draft on Sunday? I still need to catch up on draft stuff. I'm hoping after this interview with Julie that they are having someone like Rachel give Laura media training. Would be nice. I love that hoodie. Thank you. This is 100% selected by the lovely members of the Less Than Two crew when we did our Amazon stream during the Promise Month. Allie, hello, welcome in. Lamb Diggity Dang Dog, what's good? Ichiyami, Grace, what's up, what's up? Lori, hello, made it in time even though I'm on a bus home from Detroit. Ooh, Lori, hopefully I'm not taking too much of your data here. You saw the thing Julie said about Morgan and her zing? Julie is not savable. Julie is not savable at all. And quite frankly, I feel like Julie is also part of the rage bait now. So it is disheartening. It is sad. It is annoying. It is a lot of things. It is all of the above. And honestly, I want to say it is what it is because I don't fucking think shit gonna change. All right. Well, chat, welcome in. Okay. Y'all know what it is with the pad. This is the night where we get to hang out. We get to chit chat about all the stuff. No question or conversation is off limits. We can literally all the topics get curated and put together based on what y'all want to talk about. So whether you're saying it in chat, which you're more than welcome to keep the questions coming or keep the conversation going. I read everything. Or if you want to do it anonymous styles, those are your two directions and two things to do. So feel free to put stuff in the advice form if you want it to be anonymous, or just say it in the chat and let's hang out. Let's have a good time, chat. Welcome in. I've had a busy week with the podcast that have been going on. I finally caught up with my 90 stuff, which was like a huge undertaking to get all caught up with 90 Day Fiance. So that was good. I'm very happy with the outcome there. And then Traders Ireland, myself and Annabelle have been continuing to cover that, which has been very fun. I hugely recommend y'all do that. And then, Survivor AU vs. the World is done. Big Brother is almost done. We have a little bit more to go in that department before we are done. And then I feel like the stream stuff was a little quiet this week, but we can talk about that a little bit more later on here. This week we've got the draft on Sunday. Next week I've got the finale on Sunday. I don't know if I'm going to have a live feed update anymore. This might have been my last one and I didn't even notice. So who knows? And then I feel like there's one other plug I'm missing. Putin Leon Lounge obviously always there as well. I did do, and I'll give y'all this. I feel like it'll be safe. And if it's not safe, no one tell Matt that I'm saying this. I recorded an episode of The Diary Room this week. That will not be around, be out for a little bit. Okay. All right. Let me see what y'all saying. Hold up. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and pin this Nightbot message because I know we're gonna need this later. Julie won't stand by women because she's too busy standing by a man who is accused by women. Right. Mr. Krabs, that's the four, a very specific name. Welcome in, first time chatter. Who did you expect to be the actual top 5 based on first impressions? In what? In the Big Brother house we are speaking on? It's so weird to me. Big Brother is almost over. I feel like it was just started. This is the exact length it needs to be. I feel like it didn't overstay its welcome. I feel like the pacing was good. And I feel like we, within like 3 weeks, we went from 9 people to 1. I'm fine with that. I'm very okay with the length this season was. More of this length than 100 days, please and thank you. Pooya booked and busy and blessed. The 3 B's for me, Manta Ray. Convinced win this game. It's not looking good, Brev. I don't think so. I mean, maybe. It's possible. He just needs to figure out ways to narrative spin and shit like that. I think for Vince to win, Morgan leaving helps him because Morgan could be a vote for him and an advocate for him to remind people that, hey, he didn't play my game, he played his game. He loses to Morgan, obviously. He loses to Morgan. I think that he could beat the rest. Maybe. And that's a cute maybe. It could not go that way also. He's not drawing dead. That's what I feel. Secret safe, well, that's perfect. Oh, Matt is in the chat. Never mind, secret's out. Matt, I assumed you'd be cool with it. B27 ROM? Okay. So my top 5 based on first impressions, like on my draft board, did I make a Google Sheets draft board? No, I had a fucking piece of paper. Is that still here somewhere? No, that's not this. Where did I write them down? I had a top 5 written somewhere. In my top 5, in no particular order, I'll tell you that it was Ashley, Keanu, Morgan was number 1 on my list, actually. So Ashley, Keanu, Morgan, Vince was up there as well. I'm trying to think who my 5th was. I think it was Mickey. Because I ended up getting 2 of my top 5. Oh, you know what? It was Mickey, then Ava. Or Ava and Mickey. Ava and Mickey were interchangeable for me. I ended up going with Mickey because I thought she'd be a better player. But that was my first impressions 5. Which ended up being pretty accurate to the top 5. But off first impression, yeah, that was my 5. But Morgan was number 1. Because I was fuming that Amon was late to the pod and he just got to get Morgan because Melissa put me at 5th pick. Melissa prevented me from getting my pick. Julie shouldn't comment on men in relationships. I agree. All right, let me catch up with you, chat. Famous last words. Vince's voice on the live feeds makes my day. Well, you got about a week of it left, Grace. First season, I didn't really watch feeds, just Terran's updates, and sounds like I made the right call. ThumbQuest, I don't know if I would agree with that. I mean, if you were about to just watch Eppies, yes. But you're saying feeds. I've had a fun time watching feeds. The feeds have been but the feeds on a pound for pound, minute to minute ratio have not been good. But when they've been good, they've been good. You know? That's kind of been the move. Remove yourself and then come back when it was good. Oh, we got the AFP votes out. Yep, this to me is straight up a Keanu versus Rachel matchup. Not gonna lie, not even gonna front. Of course, cool with it as long as everyone promises to watch. Hey, chat, you in to watch the diary room, please and thank you. Gotchley and Morgod. People like Pooya, people liked Mickey Prieston, 100%. Yep. People like Mickey going into week 3. Vince is not wearing the hair tie on his wrist anymore, by the way. What was the Kirsten mention on Unlocked? One of her posts, one of her skeets made it on air. Makes me wonder if the DR told him that she pulled her allowance to be talked about and he figured it out. I don't know. It is pretty cool how everyone is still in the game. On the draft, every person has a player left still. We all have at least one player apiece, which is nice. Once Rachel left feeds have been good at 2 to 5 a.m. Vorgan hours. Yes. If you are part of Demon Time feeds, you've been eating well. If you're let me watch it at 2 p.m. on an afternoon, you've been in the trenches. It's not been ideal. Keanu's more to add to BB Future. I think Keanu is getting an ask back I think Keanu's on the ballot for a returnee season. That's if the challenge doesn't poach him within the next year. The minute that NDA, that non-compete expires, Keanu's going to the challenge if Big Brother doesn't chuck him some money and an invite back or a returning season. East Coast feeds watcher. I've been fighting for my life every night, but have the time of my life watching these feeds. Yep, it's been good. Can confirm. Can confirm, chat. It's been very good. I already have one question in the form. On a scale from 1 to 10, how prepared are you for this season to end? If you had asked me this 2 Fridays ago, when we found out the results of the Rachel ouster, I would say it was a scorching 10. I was very like, whatever. I don't even care. But this last couple of weeks, the Vorgan content has been entertaining me. So I would say I'm back at a regular level around this time. Like about as much as 70 days being on the show would make you feel. So hit me with a 6. Once you do the challenge, can you come back to Big Brother? Yes. Because Casey and Josh were supposed to be on 22, but they got COVID. And they've both since made appearances back anyway, not like as a cast member, but you know. And Davon also went on the challenge and came back. Are we Marbsing tonight? Unless feeds take over, yes. Keanu doesn't know how to play Big Brother, can only win comps. And I think he's willing and could learn in the future. So I wasn't talking about lyrics of a song that Vince wanted Morgan to hear. May I share it? Sure. The Rachel thing was jarring, but fun overall season. Right. That's where I'm at as well. Lori H with the 21 months blackjack month. Thanks so much, Lori. Appreciate you. And Lori says, Rachel for AFP. The Rachel endorsement in the chat has begun. I'm so excited for you to start playing Spooky Season. It's massive. Again, that was so fun last year. And for the Hype Challenge, we'll see. We'll see if we end up doing that. Because October is going to be an interesting month for me. Because basically the first like 10 days-ish, I'm not going to be around. Because I'm going to be in New York for a good chunk of time. And then I get back and then we'll see where we go from there. We get recalibrated. Thank you. Oh my God. Keanu could take on David Attenborough's nature narrating job. September and November also spooky season. Not to me, they're not. We've talked about this. I am anti this. I do remember seeing Josh say that he wants to recruit Keanu for the challenge. I think he will. I think he'll be successful in this bout. I think he's going to successfully take Keanu from Big Brother. I really do. I do remember seeing Josh say that he wants to recruit Keanu. I just read that. That's my bad. Vince says that he wished he had time to ask DR for Paramore, so Morgan got her HOH music. How sweet of Vince. Cupcakes are nice. Welcome in, Cupcakes. Hope you're doing well. Do you think Veto Comp is actually right now, or are we all coping? I mean, I think it's entirely possible that it's right now. Because Veto now, nominations tomorrow. Sorry, meeting tomorrow, eviction Monday? That makes sense, timeline-wise. Or no, Sunday, sorry. Kenzie, I just read that. I just read that because it was put in the chat. The lyrics to Lavender Girl, which is the song that Vince told Morgan to listen to. All right, and it's from the band that he has music from. Y'all want to hear that song? Let's hear that song. Out the off rip, I want to say, not kind of music I would usually listen to. Now what's funny is this isn't the only song he told her to check out. There was one more song that I saw mentioned, but he doesn't have it on his iPod, and he said to like check it out after she comes back from the show. All right, I was kidding. Relax, everybody. No, not seriously. I'm joking. I'm joking. That was me. That was me joking. That was not a thing. Okay. All right. But wow, yo, that's a pretty romantic fucking song. Not Akon and fucking Snoop Dogg. The other song. It's pretty romantic, if you ask me. Pretty sweet, even. I would go as far as to say. But holy hell, they're never beating the allegations. At all. That doesn't seem like a joke, Pooya. Do I look at this face? Look at this face. Look at. Do I look like someone who's been watching feeds today? Maybe I do look sleepy, but I've not been. So that would have been a fabrication from me. Also, the funny thing is, no one. If you're watching this on the VOD, you're like, "What the fuck was that moments of silence that y'all just had?" Because you can't hear the music. We listened to the song by Camp, the band that Vince has music from. We listened to the song called Lavender Girl that he told Morgan to listen to, and those were the lyrics you saw on the screen. Then I made the joke that he had another song also, and that song was I Wanna Fuck You by Snoop Dogg and Akon. So now that we all know that, let's get back to music being just a little bit of the background. All right, where were we? If you start listening to the lyrics of the song, I think it sounds like something a freshman boy in high school would do. It does give like, yeah, like this is something I would see like back in the day. You'd put on the old MSN Messenger personal message, you know. He's not going to be able to hear it because he can't check the VOD out. Also, I brought Nicole into the first time chat with that. I'm sorry, Nicole. Sorry, chat. Okay. All right, we're back. We're caught up. After anything and everything is up to you, we might be in Akon territory. Terrence said he slept in most of the day. I didn't. I took about an hour and a half nap before this stream, so from like 7:30 to 9 my time. I was awake for the most of the day editing. Then I had some stuff to do. Then Leon and I went out for sushi, which, by the way, let me show you the spread. The non-sushi fans might not be into it, but I thought I took a good photo of the food today. So we did sushi, and then what's it called? I came home, took a nap, and then here I am. Yeah, look at this spread. Look at this spread, chat. We ate good tonight. Miss Nikki, thank you for the prime. So welcome back for my number 49. Appreciate you, Miss Nikki. Thank you so much. Welcome back. Welcome back. It'll be the playback song for Morgan when she calls him. Oh my god. Our tenor from the Jonas Brothers and a montage of Morgan and Vince entered the mind. Oh my god, chat. Vince's music taste is what I'd expect with that beanie. It's hipsterish. That song smells like chamomile tea. Interesting. Taryn deserves it. He literally cursed the moment Vince won again. How many days before we see Vince say, but mommy, I mean Morgan? I think the odds of Taryn saying that by mistake on a live feed update right now are higher than if than Vince saying it as of right now. Especially after what he said today on the update. I still haven't recovered. Shh, secret. Damn, I really don't like how the zoom in shows all my imperfections. Holy shit. Like, don't show people my wounds. What you doing? Good evening, all. Did you guys already mention how Kristen comment about Morgan and Vince made the Unlocked episode? Yes, it did come up earlier. Welcoming Kelly Kate. Morgan was saying Vinny this morning to keep the curls. If Vince doesn't straighten his hair one day, Morgan really is running his game. Well, thank you, Kenzie. Appreciate it. Your face when he called her muscle mommy, I watched multiple times. Genuinely, my immediate two thoughts were this. My immediate thought was, where did he learn this from? Where did Taryn learn about the muscle mommy? This is like last night's stream where I was like, who taught Taryn about, what was it? Pushing, well, shit. What was it about cheeks he learned yesterday? I was like, who taught him this? And then my next thought was, did I miss this? Did this come up some point on the show? And by show I mean feeds or the internet that I missed it because I've never seen someone call Morgan a muscle mommy. And then I realized I think this is just Taryn saying it. So then and then it was just the fact that he fucking said it. I was like, what are we doing? What are we doing, Taryn? Yeah. I was like, oh my God, my guy needs the season to end. Like he's doing too much. The real story online of the end game is Taryn's descent into madness. End game? He's been descending into madness from the pre-jury. He called Morgan a muscle mommy. Or referred to Morgan as a muscle mommy. Muscle mamacita? Welcome in, Christian Mingo. Hope you're doing well. You get the Zoom joke now? Cool. He's been going mad since the Riley impression started. Right. I walked into another muscle mommy chat. It was happening during the Q&A too. Oh my God, this came up in the Q&A? All right, I need to check out the Q&A after this. I need to check out the Q&A. All right, chat. Let me go to the next question in the form, shall we? Oh, the form. No one's been putting anything in the form. We're caught up with the form. So we Gucci. As Vince's muscle mommy, to be clear. Yes. Yes. I thought I saw a tear when Taryn said Vince won. Oh my God. My favorite is still you talk to her all the time. You talk to her all the time. You talk to her all the time. What a season it's been, chat. Taryn stood firm in Q&A muscle mommy. What would the Survivor bingo card look like? Oh, that would be fun and easy to make, I think. Confessionals, blank goes to tribal, blank wins immunity, idol played, advantage played, someone loses a vote, Jeff says the word blank. Like, I think we could really cook with it. Yeah, sorry for you could be a good one. I'm hoping for Morgan wins Big Brother. She hasn't. She wasn't the best player, but this cast minus Rachel, she has been. She's really turned it on in the end game, in my opinion. I want to see Jodar actually more than the actual BB season this year. Maddie, that means a lot, and I'm happy that you have found joy in one way, shape, or form, and I'm happy we were able to provide that, you know? I say we, like I take credit, but, you know, I'll take a 5% share. Maybe even a 10% on a good day, who knows? But no, honestly, though, like, as long as there's been a good way for you to enjoy the season, then that's perfect. I don't want you to just hear about listening to the update. What kind of code are Vince and Morgan speaking in? What do you mean by that? I want to see. I just read that too. So feeds are down for veto or something else. I think veto. My assumption is veto, Fredo. Not a hundo p on that, but that's what I think. I think it could be veto, then not veto ceremony tomorrow, and then eviction Sunday. But Jeff makes an analogy is a good one for that card for sure. Thank you, Maddie. Thank you so much. What was the context of that clip of that Terran almost breaking his computer clip? Which one? Got nothing for you instead of butt first? Yes. I wonder how many of us wouldn't really watch RB without RHAP. I think I'm one of them. Not option one gate. Option one gate. I don't know. Terrence said that they were speaking in code about after the season or something. Yeah, option one gate. If you look up a BB27 option one, Owie, you'll get to see some of it. Today in the backyard, I don't even think we can call it. You know what? Let me find the clip. If someone can send me the clip, let's watch it together. How about that? Question about tomorrow. Oh my God. Yeah, I should have. Someone asked about the Reality Mafia, and I completely forgot to answer it. Oh, code isn't it? They probably don't have permission to say his girlfriend's name. That's entirely possible. Question about tomorrow. Will it be like past live games where there are multiple room links besides the YouTube one? Won't be able to watch live, so I was wondering if it's something that can be watched on a phone or will need laptop. As far as I know, and Sam, I believe, is in the chat and can correct me, this will be a one stream shop. This won't be like the traders where there's like 5 rooms and there's the dungeon where I'm chilling on Twitch. This is one room only. One room only. Think of it more of like, have you ever watched me host Mafia on RHAP? It's going to be more like that than anything. Yeah, one stream easy to watch back will be much more manageable than the past traders. There we go. Thank you, Sam. Kenzie coming in clutch with the link. Thank you. All right. So I don't know how. Okay, you know what? Let me give it a second, and then we'll cue this up. I'm excited about surviving our amazing race next week. I'm keeping up with the big brother from UNRJP. Haven't watched an episode since Rachel's exit. Oh, there we go, Supernova. Yeah, we're about to get a palate cleanse in television because we're getting 2 CBS shows coming back on Wednesday in Amazing Race Big Brother Edition and Survivor 49. So yeah, that's cool. This month that's coming up, I have 2 Trader seasons debuting, premiering. Celebrity UK season 1 is starting and Canada season 3 is starting. So Traders options will also be available, and it's going to be fun. So very quickly, Big Brother's going to end up being in the rear view for me. I never would have watched any of these shows if it wasn't for RHAP. There's a lot of shows that I got into because of RHAP. This one has a summary. Thank you, Kenzie. Oh, this is the you know what? We'll just look at this because it'll be a lot easier than trying to hear whispers in a clip. So I'm gonna read this out. Has Ireland been good? I've just watched episodes 1 to 3. Ireland has been stellar. I've had so much fun watching Ireland. I genuinely, no joke, recommend you watch Ireland if you are into the Traders at all or have enjoyed Traders in the past. This is a very fun cast of characters. Like, it's a very weird hybrid where clearly there's people who've never played or heard of this game before, and then there's people who are very well versed with the show, and are trying some strats. Some are working, some are doing horrible with it. So you should check those out. How do you win 3 HOHs and receive 0 pictures of your girlfriend? Vince should have done the math and figured out there's a reason. He has gotten 0 pictures of her. I don't know. Jessica Leese was on Extra Hot Great talking about The Amazing Race, and she was so interesting that I started just listening to her podcast. And that led me to hearing about Marianne on Survivor, then that led me to Big Brother. Jinx, interesting that you started on an Amazing Race pod and then went from an Amazing Race pod to Marianne and Survivor and then went to Big Brother. You've watched all the English-speaking ones and continue watching Ireland? I do recommend. Manta Ray, what is this link? Y'all be sending all the links. We're like a little, got our own little news section going on here. Oh, this is the full 4 minutes of it. Okay, we can check this out. We can check this one out. Okay. Is it worth it, chat, for the audio, or is the audio too low? Those of you that have checked out the code clip that we're about to maybe look at here. You know, you haven't opened the form yet. I have. There has been. I already read a question off of it, and there are 2 more submissions. Tomster, what you on about? That's the clip. But can y'all? If I make it loud, will it be hearable? I guess we'll find out together. Fuck it. All right, let's do that. And then I got 2 questions in the form as well, and we can check those out in a second. All right. Let's go. I could hear it loud with headphones. All right, well, let's see. Oh, it's not pinned anymore on my screen. Got you. Exclamation advice. That's not the fucking command. It's this with 1 E. Boom. There you go. There you go. Boom. All right. Oh, Taryn crashing his computer clip. I found that. Is that the one from the live feed update, Soja? Like from last year, was it? All right. Here we go. Here we go. Also, I think I learned how to make it work for the full screen of it all. So if I do this.
Pick your brain on your thoughts from
Okay, so see right now it's max volume on everything and it's barely there. So I think I'm gonna have to use my extension to make it louder. Where's my extension? That is Volume Master. If you've never heard of it, do recommend for feeds moments. Just be careful because it can get loud. All right.
Was that last night? Was that last night or was it the night before? Was it? Well, I don't remember. So, yeah. So much happened.
Maddie Dubs, thinking with 28 months with a prime. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I just wanted to know what you were thinking. Mm-hmm.
Are y'all understanding anything that's happening? Like, are you hearing anything? Oh, there we go. No. See, that was my concern because I have it on maxed out volume on both here and my computer, and I've set the max volume on Volume Master to 260%. I can hear Morgan. He's not wearing his goddamn microphone, so we can't hear him. And that's the biggest issue. But if it's anything to go off of, there we go. So we have the little, we have this. I'm going to go crazy. Why? Are you mad at me? I was just really confused because I didn't think that the first option was even plausible for obvious reasons. Then I was like, is he trying to game me right now? Oh my gosh, is that why you're hanging out up here right now? You're trying to game me? They both giggle. At first, you just seemed stressed, and I was like, I don't know if this was a tactic. Feeds cut, feeds came back. They began to talk about the October discussion and giggle. Yeah, Morgan option 1. Yeah, that's okay. How do you feel about that, though, for real? Yeah, considering the obvious. Boom. And then this is the theory. It shows the part before the previous post. Was it this one? Or you mean this one? Oh, this? Were you going to try? No. Did you want to? Yeah, but no, I wasn't going to. But don't worry. I already know. What do you know? Well, you know. I don't know. It's getting messy. It's getting messy, chat. It's sounding messy. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I feel like the DR wouldn't have told him Kelsey pulled the release. I don't think so either. I don't know if there's precedent for this before or not. So I'm not 100%, but... All right. Yes, with Paul. Vince thinks his girlfriend might be at the finale. I doubt it. Would you compete on Drag Race if it meant getting to compete on Traders? If I'm competing on Drag Race, I'm competing to be on Drag Race. I wouldn't go on Drag Race and use it as a stepping stone to go onto the Traders. You know what I mean? Hope he proposes. Relax. There's President BB20, but I don't think Kelsey pulled her release because they don't cut her feeds when her name is said. Right. It might just be their way of not talking about it. Like, if it's about that, this could be their way of talking about that without it being, like, mentioned. They told Caitlyn what happened with her boyfriend. And BB20, you know what? Did they? There you go. The thing about her being at the finale last night, his stunned face as the confetti drops. Oh my God. Another stunned confetti moment would go wild, chat. All right. Next question in the form. Now that Big Brother is almost over, what are you most looking forward to doing with your extra time? I want to put more energy back into streams. I think that's the first place I'd be looking at. But I feel like for me, Big Brother being over, that extra time is immediately going to get reallocated, more of it, in fact, to the traders. Because unlike the traders with Big Brother, I don't have to cover it every day because I'm not on the Terran beat. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not on the live feed updates daily. I'm not on the recaps every week. So it's a lot more lax. I'm kind of keeping up with the show at my pace and like to the level that I want to keep up with. With the traders, I'm going to be given when UK and Canada are combined, I'm going to be watching 4 episodes of the traders per week. They're all going to probably be the first half of the week. You know, they're going to be like between Monday and Wednesday. So my first 3-4 days of the week are going to go nuts because it's 4 episodes of that, then the podcast, exits for Canada. Don't think we're getting exits for Celebrity. That would be sick, but I don't think we're getting that. So it's going to be a lot of that. But besides that, it's streams, obviously. I want to get back into the stream stuff. Do some more stream stuff. Look at Weekend's photo of her boyfriend. Ah, gotcha. What do you mean putting the release? Like, what does that actually mean? They can't talk about the person anymore? Yeah, they basically, that person says they're not allowed to talk about me by pulling their waiver, essentially. I'm not a lawyer, but I would have thought once you sign a release, it is signed and you can't change your mind. They may do it on request. I don't know. You can try. We would love a try, Sam. How long have the fees been down? Fucking hell, I don't know. I mean, over an hour and a half? Has it been more than that, chat? I don't know. Also, if anyone's watched Love Island Games so far, what do you think? Should I jump into it or not? Or is my life okay? What are your thoughts on this? Via Bella, thank you so much for the 20th month here. Appreciate you. Welcome back to the Lesson 2 crew. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much. The feeds went down before unlocks for 3 hours. Oh, there we go. Okay. I've watched 3 episodes of Love Island Games while feeds are down. Currently on the 4th. Oh, there you go. And your thoughts, Manta Ray? What are your thoughts on it? I want to know if I should watch 2. Same. Because I'm starting to see some clips about it, and I'm like, I could dip my feet into this, you know. I wouldn't be mad at that. I would not be mad at that. So, them's the feelings. Zum, zum. All right, let me get to the next question in the form as well. Have you been keeping up with the David situation? He's a streamer and streamer who's collaborated with other streamers. Yes. It is wild. And I heard about it first because I watch one of the streamers that he's collabed with. And basically, if you don't know the TLDR, and I'm sure someone who has been on top of it more than I have can tell you better, David is a artist who is on tour. And about 2 weeks ago, there was a report that there was a, you know what, this should come with a trigger warning, you know. This should come with a, actually, I don't know if I want to talk about it now. Basically, yeah. You know what? I choose to move on. You can check it out. David is spelled D4VD. If you want to check it out. Hassan's talked about it. Oh, a lot of people have talked about it. It's been everywhere. It's been everywhere. I just realized that if you're here for the vibes and then suddenly we're going to talk about like some like grim shit, it's better for me not to do that without giving y'all proper warning, you know? I like it. Let's Love Island be Big Brother, which it always has been. Games also just doesn't take itself as seriously. It's true. And they've put Tyreek in it, who I know is the #1 like shit stirrer. So, yeah. It's a lot. All right. Let's see. I hate my in this job and keep calling, but still have rent to pay, which makes me more depressed. How to find motivation started bringing the mood down. You are not bringing the mood down. Thank you for being comfortable enough to share this question here. I can tell you from my personal experience how I went about it. Okay. Because I've definitely been in your spot before where I do not care for the job I have. It doesn't feel gratifying. It doesn't feel fulfilling, but I basically shifted my mindset on employment, on work, because for the longest time, I felt like I was told work has to be something you love or something you give your all to. It matters. It needs to do A, B, C, D. There needs to be a clear like ladder to climb, etc., etc. I think what I learned growing up in my 20s, I learned that doesn't necessarily have to apply to everybody, myself included. So basically at the bagel shop that I was working at, I was overlooked for a promotion pretty seriously. And by that, I mean, I was giving my all to the company. I worked overnight shifts and I would stay an extra 3 hours sometimes after my shift to help granted I got paid for it, but I would stay and help them because they didn't have enough people. Anytime someone called in sick, I was there. I became a supervisor and I was trying to like do more. And they were looking to expand and start opening new branches. And I threw my hat in the ring and said, if, you give me the opportunity, I would like to, run one of those branches. And I don't know what it was with the fucking guy. He did not like me because I got passed for that. And that job was given to people who were hired literally 2 months before the expansion. So after that, I kind of felt like I was at a dead-end job. But what happened was I just shifted my mindset. From there on, work was just a means to get a paycheck and means to fuel happiness that waited for me outside of those walls, outside of the clocking in and clocking out. And when I did that, it made things better. So for me, if you look at it that way and look at work as a means to finance every other thing that makes you happy, it stops being as shitty as it could potentially be. Like for example, for me, work was paying my bills, work was paying my rent, work was allowing me to finance trips to meet up and hang out with Liana, to book the Airbnbs, to, you know, spend money and time there. It allowed me to go see my friends. It allowed me to, you know, plan trips. And that was how I went about it moving forward. That like shift in mentality helped me, because if I didn't have that shift, I literally think I would have been very much hating every second of it. But that shift also allowed me to find moments at work that were fun or enjoyable with, like, specifically some employees I worked with, simply because I no longer needed the work to be good. Work didn't matter, which meant every positive interaction or moment at work was a bonus. So yeah, that's what I would say to that. I was about to say they put Tyreek #1 Love Island demon villain. They knew what they were doing with that casting, Manta Ray, and they've nailed the casting low key. This is exactly what I do. Work for vacations. Hell yeah, Nicole. Because like at the end of the day, it's like, because like, you know how school could have been, some people we look back at school fondly for the most part, or like there's some core memories there, but I think there were definitely days in school where it was just like, bro, we're just getting through this to get to the weekend. This does not matter. Like I'm like on autopilot till it happens. And I feel like there's definitely some of that in you know, work for me. And like obviously now I'm in a different spot where I'm doing something I love. I'm doing something I'm passionate about, but it doesn't change the fact that when I had the previous job, that's how I navigated it. So yeah. It's good to take some emotion out of work anyway, because when it's your identity, it can come crashing down. 100%, D's. 1000%. Hey, Pooya in chat, you all should be proud of me. I'm finally getting behind the wheel and driving. Hey, right now just dropping off and picking up my 5-year-old from school, but it's a start. I still hate driving. Jesse, I hate driving also. So you know how much I respect this, because I could never do this. But I'm proud of you. Your strength is streaming. Thank you, JJ. Appreciate that. That was the motto going summer camp. Often sentiment was it's 10 for 2, getting through 10 months to get to the 2. Right. Summer vacations was that also. It was all about what you did for your summers. Miel, welcome in. Hello. I see you. I hear you. Your VPN is working. Also, we're caught up on the forum. If anyone wants to put a new question in, you have a chance to do so. If you don't want to, that's also chill. Just feel free to continue putting stuff in here. So also chat, two things. I think I mentioned this on the stream yesterday, but in case, you know, you're more of a pad regular, not really like a Thursday regular. The reason why there's been no peak this week and no GTA RP this week are as follows. So for peak, we talked about it, but Scally and Kirsten couldn't do Tuesdays while Love Island Games is happening. And then Peridium and Dwight were like, I don't know if I can make the time on another date. So we ended up choosing to push it to once Love Island Games is over. So when Love Island Games is over, we're going to go back to peak and try and finish it. That's going to happen. GTA RP is a little more complicated, but basically GTA, the server has gotten very quiet over on GTA RP. I think it's hit a bit of a lull right now. It's not as bumping. There's not as much going on, which then also means there's not as much storyline, which means there's not as much reason to go in, and then there's not as much to show you while streaming. News has slowed down a little bit. The Pigeon storyline has kind of gone dry a little bit. So things will come back. Like I think next week, potentially, I could have a stream for y'all because I did audition to be a judge on a talent show in the server and I got the job. So we got that going on. So that could be something to stream potentially. But that's the two reasons why those two are quiet. How to get to Cheat Island? Wouldn't know, JJ. Wouldn't know my way there. Are you a part of RHB Mafia? Well, if you're talking about the Reality Mafia tomorrow, yes. I'm co-hosting with Rob. That's going to be at 4 p.m. Eastern over on the RHP YouTube channel. So also doesn't mean there's more time for spooky games. Oh, so also to be clear earlier, I'm not trying to avoid an RGA fan. I'm just not going to promise anything. especially after Promise Month, we fulfilled our promises. So if I get to it, I get to it. If I don't, it's allowed also, is what I'm trying to say. GTRB's getting quiet because the whole community is missing muscle mind. Okay, all right. Well, first of all, not all servers are the same. So not everyone's in every server. Second of all, wow. Yeah, because also I want to try and play that one with Liana that we said we would last year, RGA fan, which then would mean we're relying on Liana's schedule a little for that. What's the best flavor of milkshake and why is it peanut butter? I've never had a peanut butter milkshake. I imagine it's good, but how is it not chocolate? It's got to be chocolate, surely, right? The form link is about to unpin. I'll repin it if it unpins. No worries. No worries, no worries. Strawberry, and I said that shit. Chocolate plus peanut butter? Now that's a holy matrimony for me. Think again, it's cookies and cream. This might be a hot take. I kind of equate cookies and cream to chocolate. They're the same to me. As in, yeah, I said it. Like I kind of feel like, to me, it's kind of like the same. Which I'm not mad, I like both a lot, so it works out. Or Jamocha from Arby's. On what? Arby's? Neapolitan from In-N-Out. Wait, y'all are saying some of these fast food joints have the best milkshakes? Am I reading this correctly? Am I reading this correctly, chat? Is that what we're saying? All right. You know what? Manually unpinned or end of stream. There we go. All right. Now it's not going to go anywhere. I used to love the blueberry milkshakes from Rack's restaurants. I don't know what that is. They're so not the same. What the fuck? Cookies and cream has vanilla as a base. Yeah, Kat, I understand that. But to me, what I'm trying to express is that for me, cookies and cream, vanilla, chocolate, these are all flavors I enjoy. So to me, it's like, if you know how like at some places they'll be like, we don't have Pepsi, it's Coke, okay? For me, I'm the guy who says it doesn't matter, it's the same thing. Some people might be like, nope, it's not okay. I don't care. So for me, if there is cookies and cream or chocolate or vanilla, my choice becomes harder because I'm not like married to any single one as an option. I like all three. That's what I meant by it. Of course, I know they're different. But yeah. I used to work at Arby's. Our milkshakes were goated. I did not know this. I did not know this. Cookout has some good milkshakes. I've never been. Is that why people go to Arby's? I don't know. Grow a palate, Pooya. All right, where were we? I thought Arby's had the meats, apparently, and the milkshakes. Cookout is one of those places you can get for like $7. Oh, I'm saying about Pepsi and Coke, I literally don't taste the difference. Oh, I very much taste the difference, but they will both satisfy that soda itch I want, you know? Like Pepsi is very much sweeter than Coke is to me. First time I had the In-N-Out, my reaction was Cookout is better. I've had In-N-Out. In-N-Out's decent. But like, I think it was overhyped for me. But it was still good. I still enjoyed myself. I started facing, I was like, damn it. Yeah, I didn't hide it well. I was just like, Let me quietly do this. Because let me tell you this, chat. The mods are not here at the moment. It's just me. Arby's milkshakes bring all the boys to the yard. Arby's ads here all the time. I've never seen one for milkshakes. Where's cats when we need them? Do you guys like Culver's? Honestly, Maddie, we love Culver's. We've had Culver's. We really fuck with Culver's. Liana loves Culver's also. We enjoy it. Same here. Pepsi's sweeter to me. It is. Pepsi's sweeter. Coke is more fizzy. I love a chocolate covered cherry and a chocolate covered strawberry milkshake. Yeah, I've talked about this before. I don't enjoy fruit in my like sweets at all. There's no replacement for Dr. Pepper, not even Mr. Pibb. There is. It's called any other beverage ever respawning. You shouldn't tell us that, Pooya. Well, look who it is. Well. You say their name once and they show up. If it isn't Livothy Chalamet. Culver's cheese curds, I could go for some of those right now. The nuts thing to me, Gibbs, is I tried the Culver's cheese curds. I didn't like them. And then I had fried cheese curds elsewhere. I was like, oh my God, this is the best thing I've ever had. So if you like them, there's better out there also, which is hard to believe. Thanks for just chatting. I just got off work and seeing pets and headed straight to RHAP. Lippy Lindsay, happy to be here with you. Yeah, we're going to see. Hopefully feeds come on while I'm still on and we can see what happens. You saw Owie's message. Wow. Owie, you snitched? You snitched, Owie? Wow, cringe behavior. Liv, don't make me time you out. This is gonna cause a whole headache for both of us. A&W has amazing cheese curds. I've never had the A&W cheese curds. You're homo sweet homo now. Oh. Home sweet home. How long have you been gone, Laura? I feel like you've been in the chat for a long time, no? Maybe this was or wasn't discussed, but any thoughts on the rumor Russell Hans is going to be on 90 Day? It's not been brought up on stream yet. I am mortified at the idea that Russell Hans is going to be on 90 Day Fiancé. I'm going to have to cover that season. Mortified, I tell you. But also, I don't know the validity to it. All I know is that if it happens, we have a new Big Ed to talk about. So yeah, yay. I want pumpkin kick already. Belvita crunchy biscuits have pumpkin spice flavor. I don't yuck anybody's yum, but pumpkin spice is not for me. Anything good on feeds this evening? We'll find out, Lippy. They've been down for 3 hours. Nicole, thank you for the tier 1. Appreciate you. Welcome into the Lesson 2 crew. Thank you for taking this try on me. Hope you enjoy your stay. Enjoy the hoodie next to your name and all the emotes that you can carry. Any evidence? He went live on a YouTube live and said he has him and his new fiance, who is Ty, are going to be on 90 Day Fiance. So I was in the Uber from the bus station, about 30 minutes. Gotcha. Why Russell? Because of course Russell found a way to be on television. I saw the post on I think it was on the 90 Day subreddit. Real pumpkin spice is overrated. Pecan is the superior flavor. Interesting. Does RHAP do any Bachelor coverage? Absolutely, Minnie. In fact, the Bachelor franchise is one of the first non-Rob reality TV podcast feeds in RHAP. It's run by Haley Strong and Amy. And then last year we had America covering the Bachelor first. Is that coming back? Do we know, or is that it? On the America pod. We have 2 pod feeds for The Bachelor. Was Bachelor Challenge first? To me, Jordan, they were the first 2 that came out simultaneously. Did feeds come back after nomination today? Have nominations been announced? Yes. Ava and Keanu, as predicted. All right, we got one more question in the forum. Who do we think is drawing dead in this final 5? If I had to say one is drawing dead, I would say it's Ava. Even though Ava would have, let's say, Lauren and if she has Lauren and Kelly's vote, I don't think Ava. Actually, Ava against Ashley. I don't think anyone's drawing dead. That's kind of my stance right now. Can we talk about Taylor, Frankie, Paul being the Bachelorette? Like, wow, I guess I'm going to have to tune back into the Bachelorette. T-Money, what does that mean? I have no idea what this means. What about why our feeds are down? We have no idea necessarily. The assumption is the veto is happening right now. But yeah, drop the lore on us for this person. I don't know, probably have no intention of watching. Uh-oh. Oof. Pecans come from a hickory tree, says Be Subtle. New question. Okay. So wait, is the eviction tomorrow? I didn't know we had an episode tomorrow. I'm confused. No, the evictions episode is on Tuesday, but it's not live. So the prediction right now is that veto tonight, nomination tomorrow, or a ceremony tomorrow, eviction Sunday could be the move. Wednesday, not Tuesday. Sorry, I meant Wednesday. Shit's all over the place, okay? Allow it. But we'll see. The Bachelor franchise stopped being about finding love to me a while ago. They might as well have an entertaining lead. What is the show now, would you say? Yeah, 10 p.m. episodes next week. People in the house are saying eviction is tomorrow. Okay, well, if they say eviction is tomorrow, then veto tonight makes a lot of sense. And then ceremony eviction tomorrow, perhaps. What else have I been watching lately? Traders Ireland. Okay. That's been something I've been watching. Other than that, honestly, it's been a lot of YouTube. Some Twitch stuff. I've not been watching anything episodic outside of that. And like the shows I cover, basically. 90 Day also. Who's on the block now? Ava Keanu. Only 9 p.m. for Central people, though. That's true. That's us. I just watched The Pit. Would highly recommend that if you haven't gotten into it. The thing is, that's all like doctors and hospitals and stuff, right? That's not my vibe. What on YouTube? Oh, dear God. It's such a mishmash of stuff. Video essays on like streamers, video essays on like trends, compilations of shit, funny TikToks, dumb content from YouTubers I enjoy. A lot of different shit. I hope Ashley wins veto and uses it to force a Morgan on, but I know she won't. Yeah, she talked about it today. I don't think she's going to do that. Bachelor franchise is all drama. They don't cast compatible people for the lead, in my opinion. A lot of people trying to become influencers after. I think that's kind of the pitfall of reality TV as a whole. If you know, speaking of, if we were going to talk about it, because I feel like the fact that a lot, like being on reality TV is a lucrative deal now. Obviously, there's so much reality TV, which means you're not guaranteed for a lucrative future with it. But some shows you have better odds than others. And I think on the other side of things, it's just worth the try because you never know. You're on TV, worst case scenario, you get a Cameo account made, right? So I feel like that is brutal because it does mean a lot of the authenticity is gone. And by that, I mean like people just being people. I think people are very cognizant of the television screen, how they appear, what they can do, what they want to do, how they want to sound, what they want to say, what they want to sell. And that is not ideal. So that's my 2 cents. That being said, there's still authentic people on television, make no mistake. And there's people who go on these shows not to be a TV character and not to be an influencer. They just end up being it because they were that memorable. But the sad thing is a lot of the people who sign up for the shows now know what they're doing. First 3 episodes of Gen V. I need to watch Gen V also. Also, I'll be watching Inside USA Edition when that drops in 2 days as well. I have faith Ashley will figure out what she needs to do to have a chance to win. She's a smart cookie, that one. Are you spoiled on BB Amazing Race, Pooya? No. Thankfully, I'm not. Because I feel like if I knew who had won, I would not care to watch the season. You know what I mean? Like, it ruins the season watching for me. Winner pick for Big Brother Amazing Race. Oh God. I don't have one. I have to look. I will say, you know what? I'd say Joseph and his brother. That's my winner pick. Joseph and his brother would be my winner pick. My heart pick is Izzy, Paige, and Taylor. Yeah. But I'm gonna say Joseph for the dub. I'm spoiled. I'm still watching because I forget most of the boot order. That's blessed then. That's good. Who's your favorite reality TV character that you've seen this year so far? Mine is Catherine from The Snake. I have not watched The Snake. We'll be watching this upcoming season of Love is Blind. Maddie, if y'all tell me it's good after like the first 3 episodes, I will watch. Because not 10th Joseph, no. Joseph bracket 25. If y'all tell me it's good, I'll watch it. Love is Blind. Otherwise, I might not check it out. So it comes down to what you tell me. As far as Love is Blind goes. My favorite reality TV character that I've seen this year, fuck, that's hard, man. I'm trying to think what counts for this year. Traitors season 3 counts. Big Brother counts. Survivor 48 counts. What other shows count, chat? Help me. Gotta Get Out was kind of fun. I forgot that was this year. Had potential but need a little more. Yeah, I mean, it was kind of a forgettable show ultimately, but it was fun in the moment. Why are you always so mean to Owie in the form? What you're not gonna do is Sag Farm on my name. Why are you always mean to Owie? I am not always mean to Owie. Next question. Do you watch The Circle on Netflix? Not only have I watched The Circle on Netflix, I've covered The Circle on Netflix practically every season. It's been on Netflix. And I feel like the last couple of seasons, they were cooking again. It was starting to become a little better product than what they had made it, which was a bastardized like attempt at, oh, let's find people showmancing, which was weird. It got better, but now I've not heard about it in a minute. So is it coming back? I have no idea. I'm just sitting here crocheting. Pooya just gives me what I deserve. Appreciate that, Howie. Appreciate that from you. No, we banter. I've good people that I'm like chill with. I have banter with because I'm like, they can take the banter and they dish the banter back. You know, I feel like I heard something that Netflix doesn't officially cancel things, but they aren't any plans for bringing it back. Right. Reality TV fan says it's canceled, which honestly, it went on a lot longer than I thought it would. The show basically has been canceled since the UK canceled theirs, in my humble opinion. Thank you, AZ. Appreciate you. Ow, fuck. My bad. Yeah, Claim to Fame, I also do not think is coming back, chat. I think Claim to Fame is done, so. As of right now. It doesn't mean it's done, but for now it's done, so. Please say the fucker, what am I tearing? I say it all the fucking time. I recently saw that Olivia and Hugo from the show broke up. Oh, that's unfortunate. Sad reality of life, though, breakups. There's a move to boycott Disney properties. This includes ESPN, Marvel, Lucasfilm, Hulu, ABC, Pixar. Have you considered joining in the boycott? I've not considered joining the boycott, but that's because I've not thought about it. But also, low key, I don't think I use any of those. I do think I do have a Hulu account, so I could cancel that. But yeah, it's been so I nearly didn't bring this question up, question asker, and that's because I know where this roots in, and I know what kind of conversation could come from this, and I avoid talking about stuff like that on stream. just because it can get very heated. But let me just say, I've been very fucking irritated this past week, like extremely irritated and angry. Yeah, who's gonna be moved into Disney anyway? Well, yeah, I have Hulu because I bought that goddamn Hulu Disney the HBO Max combination thing. Bro, chill with the first time chat says, do we think Morgan will go back to Twitch after the show? Wild if she went to TwitchCon in October. I wouldn't consider her going to TwitchCon in October, but Britt, I do think she could go back to Twitch. I mean, low key, if that's what she's doing, modeling and streaming, right? Now is the best time for her to go back to her streaming stuff because this is going to be peak when she has her, like, she already had an audience, right? Let me look at her Twitch numbers, actually. Let me look at the Twitch numbers for Morgan. Can someone tell me how to spell her? Never mind, I found it. So Morgan, model Morg. So Morgan averaged about anywhere between like 40 to about 40 to like 100 viewers per stream. So after being on television for 3 months and coming back, I mean, that number is going to quadruple, right? At least at the very beginning, especially the early post Big Brother season, I think she's easily getting 500 viewers per stream. I think once, and like obviously initially people want her to talk about Big Brother stuff. And she very well could just want to do Big Brother stuff. But then she can eventually go back to gaming, who knows? But yeah, it's possible. Who got nominated? Ava Keanu. Yeah. I do love Only Murders in the Building, and I watched that on Hulu. I do enjoy it as well, RJ fan, but like, I can find links to anything. So I could easily remove it and move on. She plays GTA. She does. Morgan's the reason why I dipped my toes into GTA RP. Because I was looking into what server she was in. And then I didn't apply to that server. I went to another server. But, you know. I think I'm more controversial than chocolate milkshakes being the best. Owie, that is a ridiculous thing to say. Ridiculous thing to say. Jeremiah from Love Island started streaming with like Cinna and folk and was pulling huge numbers. Jeremiah fit in with Cinna, with the Phase Boys, with like he just kind of fit in real nice there. Because that was kind of the vibe he was on. But Jeremiah was actively a Twitch chatter before going on Love Island. Like he knew all the people. So yeah. Yeah. Like he had mentioned he was like a 20-month like XQC sub. Did GTR appear? Yeah. Morgan? Yes. Yeah, her character's name was Sawyer Sweet. Based on her stream titles here. Yeah, I'm seeing here Cleo Thomas follows her. Sidion follows her, like Fan follows her, so she's got some famous followers over on Twitch. She gonna be just fine, chat. Her stream's gonna be popping off. She's friends with a lot of people. Yes, we will be forwarding the invite to Goose Goose. We'll see if she'll pull up. The invite's certainly there. Big Cakes, that's the one. Fan's wild. Fan is unpredictable. Do you see Jimmy did a TikTok live watch of the Wednesday episode? Dressed as Vince? Yeah, he's been doing that. He's been doing that with his cameos too. You're watching Say's TikTok about tomorrow, and she said she's so happy to be welcomed to the community. I'm thinking you should throw her a Goose Goose invite. I'm not mad at that. I should do that. I will do that. I will do that. Fan got big into GTA RP for a while too. She had a RP arc feel like all the streamers have had their RP arc for sure. Okay. Y'all need to stop. So, Muscle Daddy, I want you to rank every runner-up in the new era 23 on based on whatever the fuck you want. Gladly. So, we've got Big D. We've got Monty. We've got Matt. Oh dear God. Ugh. We've got Mackenzie. Bro, what are we doing? Runner-ups have been brutal. I don't want to do this. I refuse. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Decline. I decline to answer this question. You can't make me. I didn't realize how tough the runner-up run has been until we did the work there. And potentially Vince or Keanu. Maybe a hot take, but I would take Vince or Keanu before I would take a lot of those people I just listed. Deadass. Now you can make Taryn or Rob do it. Someone call into the Q&A and ask Taryn to do this next week, please. How many fights will Angela get in tomorrow? Same question for Omer. I'm here for it. Who knows? You know what? Who here does not know what we're talking about when we're talking about the reality mafia that's happening tomorrow? Runners up is the grammatically correct way to say plural. Runner-ups. That sounds better. It's the runner-ups. Just kidding. Oh my God. RHAP put a clip of Terrence saying muscle mommy. Oh my God. Chat, what are we doing here? Tell us more about it. Here we go. Okay. So this is the group playing tomorrow. It's going to be at 4 p.m. Eastern on the RHAP YouTube channel. And basically what I would tell you is don't think of it as a game of Mafia. Look at it as more of a traders than you would a Mafia. That's kind of the feeling I have on it. One of those runners up you just mentioned. Yep. And the correct use too. We wouldn't want to say the wrong way to say it, right? Yeah. So yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm very much here for it. It snuck up real quick, but I'm excited for it. What I've been saying is that it's a scaled up Mafia, but a scaled down traders. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. That would be how I assess it. Is it IRL or cams? Cams. It is not IRL. RHJP, as much as I love my network, I do not think has the facilities or the finances to pull off an IRL game with 13 reality TV people. They can afford me for that because I'll do it for free. I'll pull up, but you're asking like 13 people to take time off their weekend. I don't think they could do it, but no, it's gonna be all done on the Zoom. And Hero, welcome in. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a fun group. I think it's a good mix of people, and you know, RHAP is never going to beat the allegations that we cast very well, which I'm happy about. Pooya foots the bill for it, then yeah, Pooya affords that, yes. Cameron says, this man a little too willing to go to Arby's for lunch was said by you about who? I said this? Did I say this? Bestie, sorry, both. RHAP podcasters for traders and whodunit. Bro, there's no budget for this. So what's the mother count of this cast? We've lost count. Yes, and it was Vince. When did I say that? Why would I say? What's the context there? I baffle myself sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. Is there another question in the forum? There's a couple. Lovely. Former RHAP podcaster you miss the most. There's not a lot of RHAP podcasters that have the caliber of, not the caliber, the moniker of former. None that I can think of that I miss. Actually, I do. There's one. His name's Jordan Parhar. I miss Jordan Parhar. He was one of the biggest reasons why I got into like the idea of wanting to podcast myself. So, yeah. What the heck is Allie's doing the challenge still. She ain't gone nowhere. Chappelle already said he'd be. Chappelle is playing. That rat is not going to weasel his way out by being the host. Are you kidding me? No. Yeah, Jordan's the one for me. I need to watch the challenge. I still need to catch up with this season. I've heard it's good, but I've not been keeping up. What's that got up to? I don't know, Mikey. I think kind of like practically removed from talking about these shows at this point. All right, 2 more questions in the forum. Are you involved with Reality Mafia this year? I am hosting. I am hosting alongside Rob. Double hosts. I'd like to think I'm mostly a tag along a little bit, but I'm going to be in I have a front seat to have fun. You don't like BB anymore? I think he's still watching. I've seen some posts, but I don't think he's covering it anymore. Thinking of how we confuse the viewers, thinking the RGO podcasts have been murdered, but really just playing a fun game of whodunit. Dear God. Am I watching BBQK next week? Be subtle. I'm not going to lie. I wasn't planning on it. Will Rob be dressing up? I assume so. But unfortunately, I can't join him on that endeavor. Because I don't know where my goddamn trader's robe is. Otherwise, I'd be down. I miss Sequester as a concept, but not the drama and crap that happened. If Sequester paced itself and was like once a month, I'd be into it. But I think it really got saturated and jumped the shark when it became every night. It was excessive. It did bring us Jacob Jones, though. This is true. So I guess good thing it's gone. But I think on the fitness generation, didn't have time for BB as much. Possible. Shade. How else am I going to react to Jacob Jones? Is there a reason we're calling Reality Mafia not the... No, this is Reality Mafia. It's not the same as the other stuff we've done before. But also, just think about why that might not be that might be the reason also, you know? Think about it. Who are the top 3 creepiest or weirdest Big Brother players of all time? Dear God, what kind of question? I'm just going to go off recent memory, but Riley, Cameron, and Jackson Mickey. And Daniel from fucking 24. I'm just saying recents. I'm not even going further back. Sorry to be a sourpuss, but Keanu winning the season would be a worst of all time result. I mean, Keanu winning to me is like the proof of this season became less Big Brother and more comps than anything. So yeah. Clown dog, call you Ronald McDonald. I did another diss track this past week, chat. Underreported story. But I did the diss track in character for GTA RP. So it was different. Keanu do the worst winner in history? Yes, below Jag. I would think so. Link? You think I'm gonna give you the link to it? Yeah, I did a diss track about pigeons. I diss tracked some pigeons, which is going to sound very weird to say out of context, but that's what I did. Would you like to hear it? Would you like to hear it? Under a new moniker too. Under the moniker of Oxford, spelled A-U-X. First name A-U-X, last name Ford. Because when Oxford sends for you, you get an Oxford education. All right, where is this? I have it somewhere. Oh, I gotta turn. Okay, one second. Who groaned? Keanu and Josh, two worst BB winners, drinking challenge, liver shakes together. What do you think about it though? Morgan is muscular and just got that money thing going with their comic and the whole thing being done. The nickname fits. It just felt weird to hear Terrence say it, you know? Please promise us Route 50 draft diss track. I will not promise it because I will not promise something I cannot or will not deliver. But I'd be open to it for sure. The problem is we've already done the draft, so it's not like I can do it now. The draft is done. If I do it, it would just be to shit talk everybody at that point. All right, there we go. So I have to find it. All right, so without any further ado, this is Oxford, and the name of the song is Dodo. And again, to add more context, it is a diss track on a pigeon. So it's going to be a lot of pigeon related barbs. Okay? Okay. Oxford on the Oxford. Turn the speakers up cause you about to hear an opera. We got Oxford on that Oxford. Let me end ya cause you got the city feeling bored. Feathers ruffled? I don't think you understand the magnitude of this motherfucking flame you fanned. So what's the plan? Target spotted, then you hit and ran. My radar stupid, you're the only thing that it can scan. Call you pigeon, nah, yo ass is a dodo. Well, I am a dragon, but you call me the Komodo. Yank you by the hair, I call that shit a head wig. Target spotted, but all I hear is static. You chatting Japanese, Buffy get down on your knees. Chicken little fall out the sky, chat like Yago, you gon' die. I'm the one to know, got you scared like use a crow. Drop it like dropping, go kick rocks. Call me the feeling cause I give no fucks. How you gonna step to us when you're USBC? Working for a loser, when are you gonna be free? Tell me, how you got packed up so sweetly? Got the masses saying you doing great, Tweety. And that's a fact, riddle me that. What's your next plan of attack, Cause I don't think you understand that you're losing. You're ducking like you Donald, baby, you are losing. Loosen, you gon' lose friends. I don't think you comprehending what the fuck you doing. I said loosen, you gon' lose friends. I don't think you comprehending what the fuck you doing. All right, well, there you go. Thank you, Zemo. I do also think it's some of my best work. I think it was my best I've sounded on anything I've done, which was very cool. Even though it was about a pigeon. So there you go. There you go, chat. There you go. There you go. Yeah, when Scatavan the other day and said she said Ism would be upset when he found out they died and had to go to hospital. I did see that clip too. It was so funny. I like the northern accent you put on the beginning with yeah, I don't know what that was, but it worked. Who's behind the spy pigeon? We don't really have a source yet. That story is unwritten. Still. Aaron, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. But we're hoping that story picks up when we jump back on to finish off the pigeon saga. I feel like the saga's kind of in the middle of its run right now. Could go further. All right, back to the forum here. Who's your winner pick for tomorrow? Oh, for the Reality Mafia? Let me look at it again. I feel like it would be foolish to not consider Kelly Wentworth as a candidate. Let me look. Hold up. But let me see. Who am I backing to win this thing? Rachel's not a bad candidate either. I think Sam's also a good candidate as well. I feel like Survivor's gonna win this, is my feeling currently. Like someone from Survivor's gonna win it. But we'll see. Unlike the Traders RHAP 2, where I felt very good about like 2 picks, it's a lot harder to make that call here, I think. Daisy, welcome back. Hope you're doing well, Daisy. Welcome and welcome in. It's a vibe. Thank you, Be Subtle. Thank you so much. Do you and your wife ever scare each other like a jump scare prank vid kind of joke? I used to like seeing couples scare prank each other. I don't film them, but Liana doesn't like it. So I've stopped doing it because I don't want to scare her to like oblivion. But sometimes she gets accidentally scared by me. So, and like I'm big, so it's a hard time for me to hide. She usually can tell if I'm hiding somewhere. Usually. Callie, what you saying thank you for? All right, and the currently final question of the form as of right now. Can we talk about the fact that both English-speaking seasons of BB this year have had cheat manses, CBB UK, and 27? To be clear, 27, as much as there's evidence piling up, is still doesn't count as a cheat mans to me until something happens. Perhaps. It's not looking good. And it's on the edge. But it is wild that we've had it on both seasons. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. All right. I fear... Do you have an emotional cheat mans? The emotional cheat mans will take, yeah. The cheating in B27 has been more emotional. Yes, Gerard. Yes. First time chat, also welcome in. Yeah. I would give you that. It's been more emotional. Oh my, I'm sorry I keep touching the goddamn desk. I'm gonna move the desk up a little bit so I avoid touching it. But yeah, it's been more of the emotional than physical. That part is for sure. Yeah, we'll see what everything looks like when the season's done and they're all out. Is it doing cheat now that his girlfriend has broken up with him? He's technically single. Yeah. Yeah, but he don't know that, you know? That's the thing. He doesn't necessarily know he's dumped. So if he doesn't know he's dumped, it still is... Like, for example, if they were to kiss right now, despite him not knowing he's been broken up with, it is cheating. Because he don't know that he's broken up with, you know? Thanks for the welcome. Glad to come across. Thank you, Gerard. Appreciate that. Hope you enjoy your stay. I thought he knew that because he knows he can't say her name anymore. We don't know that for sure, though, Mikey. He knows he is dumped. We don't know that for sure, though. Like, there's coded language, but that doesn't mean we've deciphered the code correctly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He has said her name. He said it as recently as yesterday on the show. He said, "Love you and miss you, Kelsey," in the confessional. He said, "I love you" to her last night. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, so no letters, no hair tie. Okay, the hair tie thing could be more, but again, we don't know. No letters. He even said yesterday that he anticipated the letter to be from his brother because he had Kelsey, then mom and dad, then brother, but then was like, well, they maybe did mom separate, brother separate, dad separate. So, but is that in the DR a lot? Wow, Mikey. Feet still down? Yes, he is Delulu. Entirely possible. I mean, I feel like I wouldn't feel good if I was him if I heard the zing for Morgan. I've heard some of the things people have said in the house about us. And then I'm also not seeing photos of Kelsey or hearing from Kelsey. I'd be very paranoid about it. But, you know. You mentioned her on feeds today too. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll see. He played our name too many times? Right. His first iteration? Yes, but not since, Chrissy. Not in the recent weeks, you know? Sure, this has been discussed, but do we think fees are down for veto comp and possibly immediate eviction? Not immediate eviction, but I think veto comp for sure. Because I think the ceremony and eviction is being assumed to be tomorrow, which means that tonight being the veto makes sense. New question in the forum. I never watched Vanessa Russo on Big Brother, but I've recently seen her be compared to Morgan. Can you fill me in? What's the similarity? I think the gamer energy being 24/7, the intensity of the gaming being what it is. I think those are the two. I think for Morgan, there have been hints of this is a justification we can use to get rid of somebody, which Vanessa was always looking for a reason, but that one is a little more like distant. But I feel like it's that. He did shout out Kelsey yesterday. That's why I'm saying I don't think he's been told that she pulled her request or whatever, you know? It would be weird for her to pull the request now, this late into the season also at this point. Finale needs to be BGC and what does BGC stand for, Pred? Maybe he was told today, Friday, that he can't say it. Maybe. But again, I don't need to assume that when we don't know, you know? Like, what's the point? Bad Girls Club. Gotcha. Gotcha. All right. We're caught up with the forum chat. Be hip to trashy 2000s RTV. I mean, I joined reality TV late. What can I say? I was a late adapter to the reality TV side of things. What is the source for the story that she pulled her release? There's no source, May. That's the thing. It's a lot of speculation people are having because he removed the hair tie from his hand and because of some of the coded language him and Morgan are saying. Also, if he had heard that, he'd be in the pits way more. Any ideas of who you want to draft for 49? Yeah, it's not going to be a secret, and I think a lot of the podcasters, I'm assuming, are going to have the same thought. As of right now, I'm looking at the two people that are going to be on 50 as primo candidates to pick, because at the very least, they are not grenades, because I feel like it would be very shocking to me if you put someone from the season prior to 50 as a first boot on the show. And I assume they both go far and do decently enough to be asked to come back. So for me, that's a slam dunk choice. And I would anticipate that the other podcasters are thinking along the same lines to do that. It's a lot more interesting because none of us can set the draft order for this one. It's going to be randomized. So we'll see there. The other thing is that I've not done my research for the exact rest of them. So yeah. I've not done my research yet. Corlems last night. What if Shannon gets one of those two and they are the grenade? That would be art to me at least. I don't want Shannon to get either of them because I don't think that's the case. But also, if Shannon gets the grenade again, then dear God. But the chances are they didn't win, right? I don't know, May. I don't know. I've seen people speculate that they could have won. I've seen people speculate they couldn't have won. I personally don't read into anything because I do not think that there needs to be a winner from that group. I think it would make no sense for my personal thing is it is the dumbest thing CBS could do if they put the winner of the previous season that hasn't aired yet on 50. I think that is the dumbest thing they could do. So that being said, they could very well do it. But I don't think that they would put a winner from a season that's unaired on their 50th season. I don't think so. But I feel like they are at least guaranteed to do not grenade levels of poor, which is a good pick to make, you know? So why draft them? Because it's the safe pick to make. It's the safest pick to make. If Dean Cock can be on 50, I don't see why the winner couldn't be on it. I could, only because for me, why would you have your winner like I feel like they should have assumed that people were going to assume one of these two could be the winners. Why even do that, you know? That's why. I'm like, I just feel like you wouldn't want to telegraph your winner onto 50 like that, because then what is anyone going to want to watch why would anyone want to watch the season? I wouldn't want that winner on 50 to be clear. Right, same. But to your point, CBS beat them, right. Right. But yeah. Like, the funny thing is, I drafted one of them for, spoiler alert, for the 50 draft, and I have read her bio, and I really like her. So I'm really happy I have her in 50, and I kind of want her for 49. The other, I could maybe skip on, but I would still pick, just because, again, it's someone who's, at the very least, good enough to be asked to be on 50. Am I doing a draft for the Amazing Race? I hadn't thought about it. That could be a fun one to do on stream. The Amazing Race one. Since we're not on the draft for RHAP purposes, you know? I could be down for that. I have to organize that, but I'd be down to organize it. I can't believe this will be our third Survivor draft of the year, but only one next year. It's our fourth draft of the year. Well, me, Chappelle, and Shannon's fourth draft of the year. Because we did a draft for AU versus the world. Which, if you don't know, I won that draft also. There's a chance I three-peat in 1 year. My ego wouldn't handle that, chat. If I won the draft again, if I get a third one before anyone else gets one, sorry, anyone gets two, oh, they're going to hate me. They're going to hate me. Then I will distract them for 50 for the lulz. Because why wouldn't I? I'm better than you. And y'all talked shit on my name for years because of the grenade. Beard looks extra bushy today. Does it? I recently trimmed it too. It's just more thick right now. It's at its thick levels. And like, it's well balanced and it's darker. Fees are coming back? No fucking way. Chat, drop everything we just spoke about. Fredo, thank you. Bless you. Oh my God, fees are about to be right back. Who's winning the RJBB draft? It's tough, mate. A lot of us have a pick each. Or all of us have a pick each left. I still think the front runner right now is... Oh, wait, is it back to pets again? You know what? I'll keep it open. This is a good reason to keep it open. All right. I was about to go to bed. Feeds came back. Yeah, well, not back yet, but don't go anywhere. I think right now the front runner is Amon, followed by me, followed by... I mean, if Keanu survives this round, he could get to the end there. I think Melissa's drawing the worst odds right now, which is funny because I think 2 weeks ago I had Melissa being one of the favorite to win. So yeah, Sakamon pick Morgan for the record. I will never forgive Melissa for giving Amon second pick when Amon was not there and giving me last pick. That felt mean. So I hope Amon doesn't win because that is who I would have picked. I was going to pick Morgan in that spot. And if Amon wins, I'm going to be very annoyed. But also, I would, you know, in my heart, know I would have done the same. So it'd be fine. I'd be okay. I'd survive. They always do that before the feeds come back. Yeah, well, I mean, we have it open. It's in the corner. We're ready. So we can answer some of the other questions as they come along here before the feeds return. Okay, well, I do not have that. I love the hoodie. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I can't say that I'm concerned about the hearing thing that you're saying. No. Also, I don't know what it would be for. Blame it on Chappelle? I mean, as always, I would. Feeds back. Is it back? Mine isn't back yet. It's back in Morgan one? Bro, my shit's lagged. Morgan one. Backdoor, no bueno. Backdoor, no bueno. That's it. She ain't going nowhere. And fees are gone again. All right. Well, there you go, chat. There you go. Is over. Is donezo. 4 vetoes in a row. Well, not quite. But, yep. Keanu's gone. It's over. Keanu is done. The Keanu story ends here. And might I just say, those of us that held on to that Morgan stock, we're eating good, chat. We're eating good. We're eating very good. I held on to that Morgan stock when it went up and then dipped again and went up again. Was Vince really going to backdoor Morgan, though, or was that talk? I don't think Vince was going to do it. No. Vince firmly was not planning on having Morgan go up there, but I think there would have been a lot of campaigning from Keanu if, let's say, Keanu had won the veto. But Morgan won it, yes. Yeah, regardless, Morgan was not getting on the block anyway. Didn't she get a 9 this week? She got a 8, I think, no? Did she get a 9? I think she got an 8. I think she got an 8. Morgan got... She got a 9? Damn. Well, she got to go up again. No, she got an 8, chat. She didn't get a 9. She got an 8. You know how I know she got an 8? Because Taryn gave her... She could have gotten a 9, and I think Taryn gave her a 7. She won Tiny Veto. She got it done. Morgan is so dominant. Shit, I have a joke. One sec. What was that guy's name? Morgan's dominant. What is she? JD from Love Island? You like being dominant. I can tell you like being dominant. All right. That was way too much build up for not a joke that was worth it. All right, let's see. Let's feeds. It wasn't Tiny Vito. That Vito was regular sized. Yeah, Keanu, again, Keanu's on the ballot to come back immediately. Casuals are going to crash out. Casuals are going to intensify and give this man the money for AFP. Who, Vince is? Yeah, look at him. You think he knows he's going to lose to Morgan? He literally said, I will give you the 750K. Like, if he doesn't, he's an idiot. The thing is for Keanu, I'm seeing a lot of love for Keanu on TikTok as well. So Morgan celebrating her veto with us. Says, let me show you a little something. Oh, it's the little veto. She has both vetoes. She did get it. She got the tiny veto, chat. She got the tiny veto. Confirmed. She is so ditching Vince after the season. Morgan's type is Zach. I mean, we'll see. Again, I'm for now I'm trusting the platonic statements from Morgan, so we'll see. We're a very vocal minority, but it's definitely a minority whether we like it or not. I think it's bigger than just minority Sam. I think the share is bigger, but I think it's not as big as the casual. She likes the bubble, but chat, we've been through this. We've been through this. This is just like last year when Leah said chubby chaser on one confessional and everyone's like, well, this person's not her type. They're not chubby. People can like multiple things. They very much can. They very much can. Yeah, no, Morgan went ham. Morgan, remember this, chat? Going into the wall comp, Morgan had won 0 comps this season. And she has now won 4 vetoes. She could potentially win a 5th one next round. That's amazing. And an HOH, correct. 5 comps since the wall. Morgan said it was how she's going to win anything. Right. Everyone was dunking on Morgan. There were people that were like, I hope Morgan gets evicted so she can't do the wall comp. She bloomed at the right time? Yes. She's going full Casey. Yeah, this is amazing. It's good. So good to see. Like, I feel like Morgan had a redemption arc. Like a huge redemption arc. And like Mickey had like a huge rejection arc. Where she went from like, hell yeah to fuck no real quick. All right. Yeah, Keanu knows he's gone. He says at least be proud of top 5. He's like, I had nobody. Yeah, I mean, this, if they put this on the episode, just sign him the AFP check. He's Sag farming right now. She's absolutely using Vince. And you know what? Respect. I respect it. I respect it. She weaponized Vince against his his allies, and I respect that so much. That's that social manipulation, baby. All right, let me check. Keep it on the form as well, just in case. Yeah, nothing new. We're caught up, chat. I think everyone's like looking at feeds right now. You understand, Vince? You lied to me to the very end. Yep. Oh, Morgan and Vince in the kitchen. A hug incoming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 seconds? 15-second hug. 15 seconds? What is that? What are you at the airport? Are you saying goodbye? No. To do a 15-second hug and then not be leaving each other's vicinity, we're doing a lot. We're doing a lot here. Long hugs are nice. Hey, I don't disagree. But the CBS website might be glitching and Agobe's giving me unlimited votes. Oh God, is this how Rachel wins it? Everyone's like, all right, refresh, keep going. Am I not caught up? Oh, Vince is outside already. And yeah, hold up. Why the fuck is my shit not? All right. Yeah, I'm caught up now. It is so funny that Keanu's still like Morgan won the veto. Does he realize that even if she was on the block at this point, she wouldn't be going home? But I think he's annoyed because, like, again, Vince does this to himself. Vince fucking literally kept talking about how he's going to put up Morgan for no fucking reason, built it up, and then like puts Keanu on the block. So he's gonna put a straight up. Ended up with Ava and Ashley final noms is what he's thinking. Right. In his world, Keanu shouldn't be on the block, period. Yep. Yeah. You're right. I forgot about that part. He says I played the game in desperation mode from day one because I wanted to do well so bad. He's definitely working that jury vote right now, chat. Let's see, Mikey. At least a cheeky 5, I think. Oh, not the you hads already. Okay, if Ava wins, I don't like Vinny more than her. It's looking grim for Ashley. I agree. Nah, if I'm Keanu, I'm annoyed that Vince is even trying to give me accolades when this motherfucker ended my game. Like, I'd be like, shut the fuck up. Don't kiss my ass now. Now that you put me up on the block, don't you dare. Exactly. 5 races for 5 Morgan comp wins, right? Keanu gotta tell him off and tell me ahead of time so I can make my popcorn. Ream him out a little bit. Make him feel bad. Sag farm him. Little lower chances of winning? Yeah. Like, what happens at Final 3? Do Vince and Morgan pick a room to stay in, and then Ashley got to be in a separate room? No, Keanu, tell him to fuck off. Yeah, we didn't play the game together. Tell him to... Keanu, get mad! Don't be classy. Be assy. Hey, Bedside. Big Master Napper fan. Appreciate that, man. Thank you, Bedside. Welcome in. Welcome in, first time chatter. Enjoy your stay. Can be a little intimidated, but if you have any questions, let me know or let someone in chat know. I'm sure everyone will be more than happy to answer you. I'm watching feeds at the moment is what's happening. Don't say I played. Oh my god. Keanu, be like, I'm not trying to hear this, Vince. Which might make him feel worse. Yeah, I might milk it a little bit. Oh my god. Keanu isn't wrong though. You're guilty of it too. You're the most guilty person, Vince. You're the most guilty person for this. Don't even act. I don't know what Morgan's saying in the kitchen because I'm not listening to that. So if you know, let me know, chat. You're low-key rooting for Vince. I want Vince in the final two chairs with Morgan. I want to see if he even has a good argument to make. That's what I want to see. Hey, Keanu had no allies and made it to the end. That's how good his social game was, okay? Gerard, okay? Vince can't win, don't worry. I mean, against Morgan, definitely not. Against Ava. Could it? Against Ava? I mean, again, you have to own up a lot of the stuff he's doing. But yeah, after the game he's played, the way he's painted himself in the house, I've said it. He deserves second place because he's done this to himself. He's made everyone think that Morgan's made all the decisions, and he's made everyone think that he's this pathetic loser that shouldn't be winning. So yes, he set himself up for failure. I just assume he's taking Morgan. He is, if he wins, 100%. And I think Morgan is 100%. So if one is in the final two, the other is also there, unless Ava or Ashley win the veto and boot one of them at final four. The final four veto will decide it. If Vince or Morgan win that, then Morgan's winning the season. Done. And then Vince could still maybe not be in final two. If like Ashley win, if Ashley wins final three HOH and cuts Morgan, flames. So, you know, there's some stuff. He keeps telling people he feels like Morgan. Exactly. He keeps telling people Morgan's running his HOHs. He keeps letting people believe that Morgan's making the decisions for him and has strong-armed him and has made him feel pathetic and made him use the veto, which then takes all the agency out of winning HOH. He's made it so that winning the HOH is winning a glorified immunity necklace because the power he's given to Morgan. He's like, Morgan, you take this, I will just wear safety and I'll go home this week. So why wouldn't you give the money to Morgan at that point? You know, why not? Don't Vince to even get second place money. I'm okay with Vince getting second place money. Just for the fact that he has provided drama this season because he's been such a pushover. He's given us something to talk about at every turn. Like, I'd rather he get second place money than Ava. I wouldn't mind Ashley getting second place money because Ashley has also provided us with quite a bit and I think is probably will go down as the most underrated player of the season. So between those three, we can't lose. I just don't want Ava to get money. Vince winning somehow feels fitting for this season. That would be so funny that then next year we have people doing the Vince strat. Just, you know, I'm pathetic. I'm a loser. Would Morgan be the worst winner in BB history? Absolutely not. Why would you say that? In what world is she the worst winner in Big Brother history? There are so many winners that would be lower than Morgan for me. He brings up the last HOH. Vince says, were you trying to distract me or were you just that comfortable? And Keanu said, I could be here I could have been there another 2 hours. Because of the season? Not even close. The people on it? No. No, because if we're going to rate it on caliber of people you're cast with, there are worse casts with better winners that we could scrutinize. But I think just the last couple of weeks, I'm going to lower the volume in my ear a little. Just off of the fact that that the game that Morgan's played the last couple of weeks, like I think the move of being able to convince Vince to put up Lauren when he had no reason to is a huge one for me. And I think that was a very, very important part of her game to do that and prevent Ashley from going up there. Because think about it this way, with the White Locust ouster and then Will leaving, Lauren was at a huge deficit in this game. The judges went from having a 5-person stronghold going into jury immediately down to 3 and down on the numbers. That was a huge switchback to get that sorted. And then she came clutch. She came clutch and won her comps when she needed to. I never talk about Marvel Hospital, but just checking in on that. I think we're doing at least a 5er is the plan. Yeah, Vince is 100% trying to manage. Vince, give it up. He ain't voting for you. I think he votes for Vince with sitting next to Ava, but I don't think anything else. It's a shame most of the guys didn't think Ashley is any good. And here's the killer. I think Ashley's going to deliver probably the best endgame final 2 speech and answers. So, is this Vince's honest tone? Does Vince have any other tone but the regular tone we hear usually? I don't know. Here's how to fix the cast issues. Have production cast only people who know the show and who have seen a minimum of 7 seasons. I do not think that fixes the show. I do not. And here's why. Lauren is a key example. Lauren watched the show. Lauren watched the show for a long time and it didn't do anything. I think we found diamonds who did not watch 7 seasons of the show who have delivered, and we found people who have watched the show from the beginning and have delivered. I think you find both sides. I just think there's some people they put on these shows that are not there for a hunger for the game or a game and are there just to fucking be there. That's the problem I have. Like, you could tell from the first frame of Riley's interview that Riley was not there to play Big Brother. And then what the fuck did Riley do? Not play Big Brother. So. And Kelsey would steal Vinny's money if he wins the game. What? No. It was almost a season of Love Island Rejects. Right. Hey, Ricky, welcome in. Sorry I'm late. No worries. You're good. You had to pay to do it midnight. Did you get it done? Perfect. That's what matters. Now you can chill, have a good time. Welcome in. Why do you think casting is so different for Big Brother than Survivor or Amazing Race? Well, Amazing Race, I don't really know much about the casting process there. Survivor has recently, in the last couple of years, hard pivoted into mostly people who have watched the show extensively, and like especially extensively in the new era, like in the post-COVID era where they binged everything. But it's avidly people who have like watched the shit and like kind of know what to do, ish. With Big Brother, it still feels like a hodgepodge of this person knows what they're talking about. Oh, this person has watched clips. Oh, 2 people this season literally just shoved Big Brother into ChatGPT and then came on the show. So, I don't know. I think the problem is also, though, you're not going to get a lot, like the people they bring on Big Brother, you got to remember, it's got to be people who are willing to take 3 months off of their work or not have work for 3 months to be there. And like be willingly disconnected from the world. And that's a harder ask than, and I think for some people it's a harder ask than, hey, you want to be on an island for less than a month and like travel to Fiji and then come back and win $1 million. How about that? Like the way Ashley and Ava couldn't even win the tiny veto. Yeah, they're not winning anything the rest of the game. I mean, it's not looking good at all. It'd be a shock if they win anything. But we've seen people come in the clutch. We've seen it happen. Paris came alive at the end game and won comps. So, and she was going head to head against the 2 comp beasts after Erica left BB Can 6, right? In Beans, aka Derek, and Kayla, and beat them. So, how When someone Vince admitted to making a mistake, you can't win against. Yeah, you can't win making that many mistakes unless you then later say, I did not make any mistakes. I was just saying that to look weak, feeble, and stupid, which I don't think he's going to do. The problem is superfans also know all the issues and problems with the show. Right. I think there are going to be superfans who go on the show and then are going to be extra cautious of what they are doing and saying and targeting in a way that's going to just be not working out anyway. They just used ChatGPT, but he consulted Corey Wernberger, but pretty much ignored his advice. Yeah, well, that also doesn't shock me. I think Mickey used ChatGPT, no? I want to ask ChatGPT about Big Brother just to see what information they're working off of. Like, I don't doubt that ChatGPT can give you advice that works. Basically, it's probably going to give you like, oh, here's how you should be in the social setting. But I don't think those are skills you can learn. I think you can pick up on those skills watching the show and seeing other people use it, like watching live applications of it and then going off of that. But I don't think you can just read a piece of paper that says, be lively in conversation. That ain't going to be shit. Ashley hasn't had to when it comes since day one. I'm not actually a fan, but because we're game, just because I feel like think she's entitled. Wait, what do you mean? Keanu's losing it on him, but not enough for my taste. It could be higher. It's safe to say Morgan will win the final 4 HOH. It feels like it could be a lock, but I mean, we'll see. Vince really thought this. I'm so sorry I made a mistake. Pitch would work. I think it could if the right person does it. He's not the right person. Maybe this is why Vincent pros are saying it. Maybe it's easier to find someone better for you. What? Morgan crushes the mental comms badly. I just don't want to say it's a matter of fact locked Benry and then feeds come on and Ava won, which is my worst nightmare. Because we've had stuff like that happen before. So we'll just wait and see. Richard from day one, don't trust Vince. And I mean, you know what, Keanu? I hate to say it, but you had to learn the hard way. Because you gave this fucking guy 5 chances. Like, you really did. And like, you let him still control and have say in what you do all the way to the final 5 because you trusted his ass. So. Vince is the beginning of his game failing. I'm faltering. Yeah, the nicest gesture Vince has made to Keanu is in week 1 when he didn't nominate Keanu. I hate that Vince is getting $25K for being an absolute tool. I mean, listen, look at it from a different perspective. Vince has tied the record for HOH wins and has won the wall comp and the whatever we want to call this endurance comp of the season. Like, he's coming clutch on some comps. So, and then he looked like he was going to be cooked and then won a battle BBBBB also. So, think of it that way. Think of that's where he got a 75K. That and like providing a lot of discourse in what would have been a very boring end game by having this relationship with Morgan. Like, there have been people that have deserved, quote unquote, deserved the 75K less than Vince has. That's what I'll say. Like, we just talked about the runner-ups, you know? We just talked about them. And there's a lot where I'm like, bro, what are we doing here? Why? Vince has been the whole summer. Why shouldn't he earn some money? He still stayed in that house the whole time. Right. He did have a lot of allies to betray. Yeah. I mean, he provided pull your hair out bad strategic moves for no reason other than it's Vince. Like, he Vinced it. You can literally use his name as a verb next season. Oh, this person Vinced it because they put up their own ally. You could literally do that. Matt is worse than Vinny? 100,000%. Mackenzie was only comps, no drama, no content, no entertainment. Mackenzie was straight comps only, unless I'm forgetting something. Worst runner-up was the pageant girl. She spent all her money on a Mustang. She lost her job. Horrible. What? Who? And MJ would only beat Cam because he had even less of a game than her somehow, which was the most annoying thing. Which was, I was like, you know, at that point I was like, bro, if Cam's at the finals and doesn't win, it's going to be annoying. So, Portia? I don't even think Portia's the worst runner-up. Absolutely not. Keanu says, when I play this game again, I'm not making the same mistake. Keanu's definitely in the ballot. I'm telling you this right now, Keanu and Tucker are going to both be on the same All-Star season. It is funny. The more and more Keanu complains about not being on a regular season, the more and more I have to think back to, brother, you would have been gone so much earlier if there wasn't the blockbuster. If this was a regular season, you'd be 10th place. If even generously 10th place. Who wins, Keanu versus Tucker? In what? A comp? I think I would go with Keanu. Yeah, Keanu Tucker Hall Brawl in season 43 of the challenge is going to go nuts. Yep, I'm the same place, honestly, things. If Ava leaves at 4, I'm fine. I'm fine with the 3 we have. I have preferences, but I'm happy with the 3. In an upcoming BB season, which would last longer? Honestly, I think... Oh, that's interesting. I don't know. Who's the more... If you pulled all the casuals now, not now, next year, and you said, who do you like more, Keanu or Tucker? Who would they pick? I don't know. I would like to find that out. Gina Marie. Yes, Gina Marie is a great pick for a bad runner-up. Yes. And my closest ally was a fucking bug. Keanu's direct quote. And now Keanu's got smoking mad at Kelly for saying that she would vote for him if he comps out. Tornado Puppy, thank you for the 2 months. Appreciate it. Welcome back in. Thank you. I like how Keanu loves being there, unlike Tucker. Agree with that take. Ashley's winning move is Morgan backdoor. If she makes it final 2, she'd be the one to have a badass speech to win. Yes, I agree. If Ashley cuts Morgan at final 2, takes Vince to the end, and then switches on the, I'm a lawyer, I've been playing stupid, I knew I wanted to cut Morgan, but I didn't say anything, I believe she could beat Vince. And then if she makes the argument of, I've not been winning competitions, I've been staying in the game because of my social skills, I wanted Lauren gone, so I also talked to Morgan and push that agenda. Like, these are all great arguments to make. Great arguments to make. And I think it's a gag. It's a gag of the century when she's like, I'm a lawyer. And they're like, oh my God, what the fuck? So I think she could do it. I really do. She really could. The judges, the stranglehold the judges' votes have had on Vince, because they've been holding it over his head all jury, has been amazing. Vince will take no accountability in his speeches. Exactly. I mean, that's the thing. If Vince starts melting there, because Vince's whole thing behind closed doors has been, she is pathetic, she doesn't deserve to win, blah, blah, blah. Now, I know they fucking make them come in with a prepared question, which annoys the fuck out of me. But if they didn't, if they would allow it to be unfiltered, could you imagine how incredible this moment would be if someone gets up, let's say let's say a Keanu, and Keanu goes, "Hey, so Vince, you have said on multiple occasions that Ashley does not deserve to make it to the end. She does not deserve. She has not played the game. Why? What did you mean by that? Can you elaborate on that?" And watch Vince cower behind his answer because he doesn't want to do confrontation. That would be enough to give Ashley the votes, because he would fucking crumble if he was asked something like that. He could not handle that like, at all. Keanu was supposed to win the HOH because they knew he was going to lose the tiny veto. That HOH being as like heavy as it was, I could see that tornado. And like, again, it all comes down, and Keanu can blame nobody but himself. This fucking guy does not do comps like with BBBB being slow and being like, you know, chillaxed worked because it required patience, and it required like cold-blooded, not cold-blooded, like, what do you call it? Composure. It needed composure. With this, it was the same. Brother, you have two hands. Use both hands, okay? Use both hands. This is the equivalent of people who are like, I could do this with my hands tied behind my back. Well, you don't need to. That's just you being an asshat. Just fucking use both hands. Just use both hands. It's like that asshole who's like, I'm going to drive with one hand. Use both. 10-2, motherfucker. 10-2. 10-2. Nothing wrong with holding the car like this. Nothing. Zero. He didn't do that. He got too complacent. He started stretching and doing shit. That's on him. And then he started talking. If he wanted to win it bad, he should have kept quiet and just focused. If he had 2 hours in him, he should have kept focused. Because let me tell you, I'm annoyed he didn't win yesterday. Because it's like, again, it's like when you, even if you're not rooting for somebody, when you see them make a huge mistake, you can't help but be frustrated, you know? That's how I felt. Why is Keanu still crying? I mean, to be fair, Keanu, less than 24 hours ago, genuinely believed that he was not going to touch the block this week, no matter who wins HOH. And 24 hours later, Keanu is going to be leaving the house in 5th place. So I allow him grievance, even though he should have realized that he was going to be a bigger target than he thought. Let him mourn his game. Also, he's standing next to Vince, who's being annoying. So it's fair. It's allowed. All confidence, but convince Keanu his family's words. Right. Why the fuck would he think he was safe with Vince again? Again, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, shame on me again. Fool me 4 times, I'm a fucking idiot. He's a fucking idiot. Vince never knows how to end a conversation with Keanu. Exactly. Is there a sad version of In the Club that I can put an edit of the "Come Give Me a Hug" meme to? In the Club sad version. In the Club slow version, you think? No, this is just slowed plus reverb. This ain't what I'm looking for. That ain't what I'm looking for. I'm looking for, like, sad. That's my favorite. Hit a DJ. I found it, chat. I found it. I found it. We're gonna, and no one steal my idea. No one steal my idea. Well, if you do, just give me credit. But actually, just let me cook, okay? Just let me have this, okay? Please, okay? Cool.
birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday. We gon' sip Bacardi like it's your birthday. Making love, so come give me a hug. So come give me a hug. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Come give me a hug. Come give me a hug. If you're in the getting rough, you can find me in the club. Bottle full of bug. Mama, I got what you need if you need to feel a buzz. I'm in the having sex. I ain't in the making love. So come.
Oh, poor Keanu.
When I pull up out front, you see the Benz on dub. When I roll 20 deep, so it's drama.
All right, there we go. There we go. All right. I will get it sorted. I will make it happen. I'll make it happen. All right, we got feeds back on again. I didn't check the form. I assume there's nothing new there. Let me see. Oh, we got one new question. Any advice for lower back pain? Nothing seems to help. What's funny is I had lower back pain this entire past week. Sit up straight, stretch, do periodic stand-ups and stretches. It helps a lot. But yeah, make sure you're not sitting in a way that's going to hurt your back further. Keanu doesn't even get a live eviction. No audience potentially for Keanu. Kelly saying Morgan gets what Morgan wants. Cooked so hard. That made so many fan cam edits in one night. Minnie says get a massage, not a chiropractor, for advice. Loving this club by Usher. Lippy says ibuprofen 800 milligram prescription, not over the counter. Here, and I agree. Stretching, good one. There we go. All right, chat. Would you like to get into some marblies? Is it time for some marblies? What do you think? Keanu hoping that a blockbuster comes into the jury house so he can dominate. Yeah, enjoy playing darts and pool in the jury house, buddy. That's all you got. Ava clip farms so hard, but Morgan doesn't need to. She's just a gamer. Yeah, clip farming only works if it is funny. Otherwise, if we know you're clip farming and it's just not comedic, it ain't gonna hit the same. It's just not. So glad that Jackhole Man Bro ain't winning since it seems he is a lock for AFP. Yeah. Could you imagine he could have been in a world where he got Taylor Hale money. 750 plus 70 plus 50 grand. All right, chat. Marbles, it's been a minute. Giesling Traders in the building. Giesling Traders, haven't seen you in a minute. I know you were rooting on Adrian, I believe, right? Ashley has no endgame path, unfortunately. She's probably been the most consistent player left. Her best way is to win that final 3 HOH. Does making your ball wet make it go faster? No, I don't think it does. Like Morgan saying this is for the gamers was funny because she was really serious. Yeah, she unironically was like, shout out to my Twitch streamers out there. Like, that's essentially what she said. Also, I saw a TikTok. I want to see if I saved it or not. No, he'd rather be the one to win, Vince. No matter what you say, he'd rather be the one to win, and you took that away from him. So shut up. Oh yeah. So the caption for this TikTok was inside Morgan's mind after winning HOH and sending Lauren home. I am petrified of going on any of these shows now because I've realized how much fucking meme content is available in the form of clips and out of context comments. So Jay Williams says, oh my God, that's I think she'll love this. Oh, absolutely. She's going to love it. The winner of BB is going to be a Twitch streamer. Hey, what's wrong with that, Tornado Puppy? Why can't we win stuff, huh? That's my colleague you're talking about. That's my coworker you're speaking to. You know, just a couple of Twitch partners making it work, doing things, blazing trails. I'm a Twitch streamer too. One of us then. One of us. My only problem with Morgan is some people are largely overcrediting how much she's influenced. Like Mickey's HOH is largely overstated. Well, who would you credit, Giesling Traders? Do you think she's getting more credit than she deserves and someone else is losing credit? Is that what you mean? I love Taryn's reaction when Quinn said something about draining balls on faces. So I didn't, admittedly, I was live here last night, so I didn't watch the recap. What the fuck are you saying was said? Honestly, you could just have these. You could have that sad in the club music on behind this Keanu and Vinny conversation right now, and it would fit. It would fit well. Who kept Vince and Zach off the block during Mickey's HOH by creating the melting pot when they were initially Mickey's targets? Receipts. Do we know who won? What? The veto, Lindsay? Morgan and Ava are the only... Yeah, no. Morgan won the veto. Morgan and Ava are the only ones in the house who have won power and left the week in a better position, but Ava sleeps all day and refuses to socialize. Yep. Ava was doing so well and then at some point decided to abandon that and just go all in on trying to get America's favorite, which is stupid because legitimately she was in a position where she could have won the whole thing. When Rachel pulled her arm, Rachel yanked every bit of game sense and motivation left in Ava only for Ava to then become this. Around one point, Ava had the best age race of the season. Yep, I do. Mickey wanted Jimmy as a potential renom way before Morgan ever pitched it in HOH. Oh, that one? I'm not even thinking about that one. Like, for me, Morgan's game woke up in the jury's phase. I feel like she was very distracted with the Zach of it all for a good month there. I feel like the jury would have been so electric knowing what we know now if Rachel wasn't sniped. I 100% agree. She also gets credit week 3, which... See, the thing is, Giesling Trip, that's my thing, right? Is that I'm not even rating anything she did before like, yeah, the Rachel winning HOH week. I don't think of her game at all before that. I honestly forgot about all the things you're bringing up right now. B fucked us the point of the show with an elimination, so rather have a good time than tune in. Morgan won her 4th veto in a row. Damn. Def deserves it. 4 vetoes. 4 vetoes, 1 HOH. Goes hard. And she could still win a 2nd veto, and she could still, a 2nd HOH and a 5th veto. She could end up with 3 HOHs and another veto also. mind you. Or sorry, 2 HOHs and a veto also. It's one more than Keanu. Keanu seething, by the way, that this has happened. Vince basically has to cut her at Final 3 to have any chance. Yes, 100%. Both him and Ashley's best chances of winning are cutting Morgan at Final 3. Whoever one gets to cut could have a better chance. But she could finish the season with 8 comp wins if she comps out elite company if she does, which further makes it wild to me, Fredo, that her first comp win didn't come until the jury phase. Right? Her first comp win didn't come until the jury phase hit. She had 0 comp wins 2 weeks ago. Ain't that nuts? 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I have seen Vinny's lament. Yes, Kentucky Blue. She was so hard over low decision. I really thought she would flame out early, but she was a rabid gamer. Yeah, and I think that's what's drawn the comparisons to Vanessa, is that you'd think that she'd run out of energy gaming, but she truly hasn't. She's just been on and on and on and on and on and on. Only like a gamer would. 3 weeks. Oh, yeah, there we go. 3 weeks. Yeah. All right, now Ava has joined these two, which I feel like means the conversation is going to chill out a little bit. So let's do marbles then. Let's do marbles. We've waited long enough. Y'all waited long enough. It's marble o'clock. Are you ready? Are you ready to marble it up? I'll still have the feeds on in the background in case something pops up, but I'll have it on mute. So if something pops up, you have to tell me, chat. You have to tell me to pull it up. Okay? Is that a deal? Do we have a deal here? Deal. Okay? Okay. I'm going to put y'all over here. Like that. There we go. I think at Final 3, if Lauren was there, he does throw it, because it would make no sense for him not to throw it. He'd be like, sorry, well, we are both going to take me. So would he have had a preference? That would be interesting to find out, but I don't think he really, truly did. I don't think he did. I had to show videos lament to my dad if I have to have that stuck in my head. So does he. I was about to say, didn't you say marble like 15 minutes ago? Sorry, first time chatter, Jess Z Clutch. How are you? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the squad. A product code you registered has been revoked from your account. Oh, because a pre-release or test period has ended. That's fine. I have no idea what this is that I had brought in. So, okay. Good enough for me. Gotta be like 99% chance Vinny wins now. Vinny wins what, C-Finch? The season? I don't think so. I think the percentages of him making it to the final 2 chairs has gone up with the Keanu exit. I don't think it's guaranteed his win. Especially because if he still intends on going to the final 2 with Morgan, then no. But also he needs a good argument. I think we're underestimating how much scrutiny is waiting for him and him not owning his moves. I don't think Rachel's in that jury house making sure people know that, hey, maybe he's played a good game, he needs to own it. So he's going to have to own it. You think Morgan would win the jury? Right now, 1,000%. I think Morgan wins the jury. I think Morgan would have Kelly, would have Lauren, if we should trust what they are saying, which is, hey, what she wanted happened. I can't be mad at it. She controlled it all. All right, sorry, just having me sign in on marbles, but we're good. His only argument is simply acknowledging how good his position was in theory. Tons of social capital. Morgan's outward approach resonates much better. Exactly. And I think if you've just seen how Morgan campaigns, Morgan's going to probably come in with a little more intense fire in her speech, which y'all know I'm a sucker for. So when you sound passionate in your final speech, that is huge. And I think Morgan's going to deliver that. Even if Vince delivers that, I think Morgan delivers it in a more well-packaged way, probably. All right. Let me switch over my... There we go. community, bots, no viewer, no bots, viewer, bots, no viewer, viewer, max race 12. No, we're doing viewer and we're doing max, let's say 500. That's fine. And then community, and then we hit random, what, 5 times? Boom, 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 boom. There we go. And there we go. Okay. Exclamation play to get involved. I cannot use the soundboard right now because I don't have it set up. Respawning. Exclamation play to get involved, chat. If you've not done this before, basically, there's one thing you need to do. All you need to do is set up and write exclamation play in the chat, and you automatically get a marble in. You do not have to do anything else. And what I like to do is usually I dish out some VIP badges for people who place in the top 5, which we're going to do the same. Top 5 gets VIP badges. Additionally, if we somehow get up to 69 participants at the end of the 5 races, whoever hit number 69 also gets a VIP badge. And then I'll do 2 random number generators for a total of 5 VIP badges. Okay? Okay, deal? Deal. Cool, cool. So yeah, make sure you exclamation play. I'm also going to put some music on to match the ambiance of it all. And then if anything happens on feeds, I have them open. Just let me know to unmute so I can listen in. The names disappear now. I don't know. We'll find out. I assume there's a button to make them come back. But I don't know what that button is. So. All right. 54. I'm going to go pee real quick and then we're ready to go. Okay. Can I make the screen slightly smaller? What screen? My screen? What screen are you referring to? I'll be right back. Marbles? Why? Oh, is it like not... Okay, what is that? Hold on. There we go. Yep, okay, perfect. 57 participants, chat. We ready? Let's go. Steven comes in under the wire. Perfect, perfect. All right, good luck, everybody. I don't know how to toggle names on. If anyone wants to correct that and let me know. Yeah, how do we do names? Shit. I mean, I can just do this for now. Lori's in the lead. Now Mix Mega's taking the lead over. Dennis coming into Menace at the last minute. Dennis the Menace in the building. Chat, can someone Google how to toggle names on marbles? Because I do not seem to remember. Also, I need to move this camera. There we go. It's just being buggy. What is? Marbles is, you mean? Cat is in the lead now. Tab or Alt. It was not Tab. It was Alt. Thank you, Liv. Everyone say thank you, Liv. AJ Daniels has taken the lead. I don't know how you got here, and Hero has met the end. Taken an L there. Is Keanu having milk? No, that's just a big Stanley Cup thing. Never mind. Thank you, Liv. All right. Now, AJ still in the lead. The gap intensifying. Also, I wanted to say this. I should have said this earlier. If you're about to leave because Marvel's in your vibe, that's completely cool. I hope you had fun with me tonight. Next stream will be on Sunday. Will be the return of Goose Goose. So pull up for that. Should be a fun time. I'm the group, the squad, the roster isn't done yet. I'm still waiting on a couple responses, but we should have a fun group ready to go for that. AJ is on the very sneaky spot here, but survives. Oh. Miss. All right, AJ's still in the lead and it's not even close right now. Mixmeg, who was in the lead at one point, has fallen behind. What wasn't drawing just his difference, especially after that puff? Hey. You know what? You're absolutely right. Oh, AJ skips the line and takes the lead, all but guarantees it. As the second place spot looking to go to Jez, but it's not guaranteed necessarily. As Billy was able to jump off there. And Jez does the same. Jez takes silver here. I'm going to turn off all my lights. I usually sit in the dark when I'm not streaming because it's a lot more chill. Also, my room gets very hot because my computer's running and there's like 3 monitors and all the lights. It's very warm in here, so keeping it cool is key. But also, I don't want all the dark like lights in my face at nighttime, you know? So this is typically what I'm sitting in. The only difference is I turn off all the other lights in the background also. But for now, I'll leave the red light on and the little thingy on. Dat me? Can you go to the other side so we can see the doomps? Sure, I can do that. Let's do this. There we go. All right. All right, here are your results. Top 21. Everyone else doomed, unfortunately. So I did make top 20, but I got no points there, so that sucks. But get a good look at if you placed well. These are good odds for you. Top 14 got paid out here. How was the pad? Sea Blue, it's been a good time. Welcome in. So you did know your face was showing? Yeah. Yeah. I could remove it, but I'm too lazy to click the buttons right now, so we chill. Exclamation play to get involved, squad. What is... Did Ava switch into like a yellow jumpsuit? Or was she wearing this already before? All right, there we go. I'm also in. Thanks for the stream. No problem, Robot Seraph. Thank you so much for hanging out. I do appreciate it. Take care. This is the wind down. So this is typically when we start slowing things down. We get a couple marble games in and then we sign off. So if you've been chilling, you had a good time. Thank you for being here. It was fun though. It was fun to get to do some more feeds watching because I don't know if we're going to have feeds at this time next week. I think we might be done at that point. All right. Yellow jumpsuit so racial coded. 52 people. Are any more? Last chance you, chat. Before I hit start here. All right. There we go. Morgan Vince still going crazy. Next week, that would be wild. That'd be fun. Dylan under the wire. Did you get in? You did get in. Congratulations. All right, good luck, everybody. Is the music audio fine for you, chat? Is it loud enough? Do you hear it? All right, you already know what I'm about to say, but first one through this hole, we follow their journey. And wasting no time, it's Manta Ray. There's a bit of a cluster here of a group. Right behind, Manta Ray makes it through. A lot of pushing and shoving happening back there. Atomic takes the second placer. Music is good. Perfect. I like the song, so it could be louder. I see. Okay, but if the music level's fine, then that's fine. Okay, good. Thank you, chat. Thank you. As long as you can hear it and it's not like too loud and intrusive, but also not too low where you're like, is that song? I can't tell. Manta still has the lead. If I have everything read correctly here. Although it looks like respawning is lower. Oh no, respawning went upwards. Never mind. Okay, this looks very straightforward. Is there going to be an equalizer? I don't know. End Hero, though, it does catch up a little bit. There was enough of a gap there where some marbles have made up the time. End Hero, Fruit Loops, Steven getting close. English A Muffins right behind there. So, no easy pickings here. I'm greased up and ready to go. Wow. Wild. All right, Manta Ray still in the lead, but that lead is fleeting, and End Hero takes it over just like that. And gets a little bit of a sizable gap, but not enough for it to be significant yet. Get up. Manta Ray takes it. No, still second. End Hero still in the lead. Man, I've never seen sadder feeds than Keanu eating. Is that a burger? Vince eating. Is that a burger, chat? Is he eating a burger? Late night typo. Yeah, burger. Oh, Kimber White takes over Manta Ray, and Pixie Sticks does. Manta Ray is now out of the podium stance. I'm waiting for End Hero's name to be on the top right so I can follow, because I don't want to end up pressing 1 and it takes us back. There we go. End Hero in the lead now. Pixie Sticks in second. Manta Ray has now taken third place back at least and trying to hold on to it. Meanwhile, the rest of us are all like very close to each other. So more May Birds for the house. Listen, we love a veto winner who can still be like, I'll put this aside and chef it up for y'all for a second. Chat, when you go to a pub or a bar and grill, what's your go-to order? What's your go-to menu item that you order? And like, obviously you can order a bunch of different stuff, but like, what's the one you usually gravitate towards? Because every fucking time I go to a pub and grill, I end up in the same spot where I'm like, oh, a burger's easy. I would want to do a burger. But then 2 other items usually catch my eye. One of them being a chicken sandwich, a fried chicken sandwich. The other being fish and chips. I used to do wings, but as an appetizer, and then it just became excessive. And then I don't want to do more than like a couple of wings anyway, because the sauce and this beard combination is too much to handle. So I don't want it to be too saucy. End Hero, congratulations. Looks like you are the winner, pending an accident. But I don't think you're going to have one. Unless... Oh, nope. End Hero made it. Congratulations, End Hero. I love potato skins. I would fuck with that. Fish tacos if they have. Fajitas. Fried chicken sandy's a good shout. Always. Chicken instead of beef on the nachos. Okay. Chicken instead of fish and chips depending on the place. Okay. Manta Ray was able to claw back a second place there. So kudos. All right. The good news, only 3 people dumped. But shout out to Ichiami, Lori, and Steven, who did not make the cut. The rest of us, a lot of us finished back in the back end here. So L to us, but then starting about what 14th place got paid out again. So y'all got some good points there. Congratulations. All right, let's go. Midway point. Amazing of the Dream is the name of this map. So from different to second, that's good. That's good. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So food items. We're talking about orders at a thingy. When I started meal prepping before the veto and got rewarded for it. Yeah, because I typically don't really get an appetizer anymore. Mainly because I'm like, the meal is gonna suffice. But if I still lived in Canada, I'm telling you this right now, I would always get an appetizer and a meal because I would get a poutine every time. We went to a place before the we went to the Minnesota United FC game on Wednesday, and we went to a pub, and they had a tater tot poutine on the menu, and I got so excited, and we ordered it, and it was so not good. It was not. I was so disappointed. It wasn't even, sorry, not tater tot, cheese curd poutine, not tater tot poutine. The fries were good. The gravy was not the right gravy. And the cheese curds were not the real cheese curds. I was so disappointed. You have no idea. You have no idea, chat. And by cheese curd, I mean it was fried cheese curds. So it was supposed to be fried, but it was not the same. I was sad. I was very sad. All right. Good luck, chat. Getting poutine in the States is never right. I've had it now at 5 different spots. The best one I had was in New Haven. When we were in New Haven, we went to a Oyster Fest, and they had a poutine truck there, and that was the closest I've had to an authentic Canadian poutine in the States, and it was really good. I was so happy with it. All right, in the lead we have, who's in the lead? It looks to be Jez, I think. Uncertain based on the fact that the numbers are going all over the place. What are those? What is Vince eating? Are those not crackers, are Cheez-Its? Are those Cheez-Its? Making goodness happen. Annie's. Oh, Annie's does Cheez-Its now? I didn't know that. That's new. See, in Alberta, cheese curds go hard. Put the cam on me. I can't fucking find you, guy. Your name is not popping up on the top right. When it does, I'll pull up. When it does, I'll pull up. But till then, don't lose your spot. Be shame if you did. Auntie Anne's. Yeah, I didn't know they do Cheez-Its. I had no idea. I just thought they did mac and cheese. All right, I think Jez is firmly in the lead actually now. But again, why is his name not pulling up? Why you ain't pulling up? Don't lose it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, this is nuts. This is nuts. Who's going through here first? All right, Jez is still in the lead. But the game doesn't want me to follow you. Maybe it's a sign. Maybe it's a sign. Mikey has taken the lead over me, thinks. You know why? What's the reason? Your marble acted like Onana, just kind of moved aside and said, everyone else, get in. Fuck it. Fuck it. Everyone else can go through. My group team went hard. Onana catching strays. Free from Onana, na na. Bro, I can't even sing that happily because then he was mad at the match's first game somewhere else. And then Rashford scores a brace. Honestly, I hate to say it. The problem is my fucking team. The problem is Man United. It ain't these players, man. It ain't these players. They leave and then they get happy going wherever the fuck they are. So, yeah, late dumps. I was a part of them, sadly. Mikey, congratulations on your dub. Congratulations on the dub here. Only the top 12 made points here. So, GG's. I think I'm still rocking a fucking goose egg. Jess, who was in the first place for a long way, ended up with a 5th here. Still top 5, still good. 4th map, here we go. We moved together, 2 of us and Liv. Dumped at the same time. Is Vince doing math to himself right now? I assume he is. All right, everyone, exclamation play if you would like to partake. If not, feel free to stay in, enjoy the vibes, enjoy the commentary as we go on here. What stage of grief is acceptance? I don't know. 4th, 5th? I have no idea. Genuinely. I got 21 points. Did I? I was dumped. No, that 21 points isn't from this round. This is from the season. So it won't count towards today, I don't think. We held hands. Yeah, this was like that moment in Toy Story 3 where all the toys held hands on the way out. Your marbles chipped? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Allegedly. Feels better with you. Okay. Chat. Y'all ready? 51 of you are ready. Last call. Is it raining outside again? No, but it looks wet. Let's do it. Ha ha. Oh, wow. Y'all. Oh, GG's. I think they're stuck. I think it's donezo for some people. And dumps are happening. Chalet looking to be in the lead? Yep, I think so. Chalet and Fruit Loops here. Chalet keeping the lead, though. Oh, slowing down significantly there. Opening the door. Little Leaf has fallen. There's a lot of people behind Chalet. If they get momentum, it might be bad. But I don't think Chalet's got anything to worry about as of right now. This looks to be an easy pickings scenario for you. Oh, except you missed the exit there. I think there was a hole there that you didn't go through. To be fair, no one did. Athelia takes it. I think first person in the lead now there is Athelia or is Tomster? Tomster is taking the lead over. Tomster doing the scoop maneuver here, going down this pipe here. And going down the middle. Soja, Tomster, Athelia in the lead. Tomster trying to go off the side. Does not. Patty makes the way over to take over. Steph also there. Steph slows down. Melissa slows down. Control tries to steal him, but Patty is now your front runner and gets a nice little push there, going up the maneuver here down to another ball. Jabina is out of the race. Take care, Lindsay. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. Sleep well. Have a good weekend. Mythical Jade is out. Ichiyami makes it through the hole here. Ichiyami and Nicole already down at the bottom here, trying to secure a dub, and is doing a good job of it. Uninterrupted, only needs to go through the hole to be done. Nicole is your winner. Congratulations to Nicole. Now we go back up to see where everyone else is. Ichiyami going down the hole, gets stuck for a second. Doesn't matter. Oh, Tomster spawns out of nowhere to go for the steal. But it doesn't work. Ichiyami and Tomster with perfect maneuvers take top 3. Control and Terra take top 5. And we are starting to see our racers end here. Uh-oh. Jez got stuck and Jez is out. I feel like I've been in a very bad spot these marble races where I'm like right before the points are cut off. Right after. First stream 2. Oh shit, Nicole, that's awesome. First stream luck. Welcome in. You could be getting a VIP badge your first stream ever too. You'll take third. Low key, top 10 even. I would take top fucking 12 at this point just to get some points. Yeah, top 13 got blessed here. Where did I finish? Okay, the good news is a lot of us made it. 33rd. 38 of us made it. About, what, 50 of us participated? 52. Last map, though. Still a chance to get something. So exclamation play when you are good and ready, chat, for one more race here to go through. So what's funny is I've realized if I keep a light mode tab open, I can have what's it called? A little bit of extra light on me. But that's Wikipedia. Every other tab I have is dark mode. Every other tab. Unapologetically, mind you. All right. Y'all ready, chat? All right. We're going. Good luck. If you haven't read it up, too late. Last race of the night. Good to be back with Marbles with the chat. Your song is Zack Ryder, Jez? He is like the next return I'm waiting for. That would be money. Mythical Jade as McFarlane. Like, you're telling me Chelsea Green gets into a beef and we don't get a Zack Ryder return? Imagine a triple threat match of Zack Ryder versus CM Punk versus Seth Rollins in like a tag team. On the other side, you've got AJ Lee, Becky Lynch, and Chelsea Green. Who says no? Who says fucking no to that? Who says no to that? All right, we got Steffi here. Who's in the lead is my question. Steffi, you are dangerously close to that fire. Be careful, be careful. Saturn and Jez right behind there. Ooh, Jez did not make the transition there. What happened, Jez, huh? You get scared? Genraz has dumped. Saturn looking to dominate this. Unless something happens here, Saturn has a clear shot at this. Oh, seamless maneuvers. Oh my God, I made it. I got something, chat. I got something. I got sixth. I got sixth. We'll take it. We'll fucking take it. We're running that one right to the bank. Something fish is going on. We all saw that. We saw you not make it. New record too. Oh, fuck. Oh my God. By 0.04. By 0.4 of a second. And what is that? Is that the Squid Game number 456? Damn. All I know is this is about to be a payout. If you top 10 here, you might be getting blessed. Steffi is doomed. We got a couple people. Oh, look at Jez. Why are you there still, huh? Yeah, that's your face when you don't make top 10, huh? Oh, can you survive the doomph? Can you survive the doomph? No, you cannot. Pipe down. Oh, back off, man. Congratulations. Look at them points. 534 points. Oh my God. Yo, the top 5 might just be Saturn, Pig Taco, Buckeye, AZ, and Honda Man Dan for all we know. We'll see. We'll see. And what sucks is we didn't do a fucking wager tonight, chat. So if I get top 20, it don't matter. What matters is how y'all did. Because top 5 VIP badge, 69th place if we have it VIP badge, and 2 random Google number generator VIP badges. Buckeye in third. AZ retaining in second. Saturn with that last second win. I always say ready up for every game because you never know. And Saturn did that with that one win, 5 races completed, 534 points, meaning that one race was all that mattered for you. The good news is I'm glad we didn't do wagers because I still wouldn't have made top 20 with that. So let me go ahead and give the top 5 their VIP badges. By that, I mean keeping AZ's VIP badge there as well. So Saturn 1971. Congratulations. Buckeye Guy 110. Congratulations. Miss Pink Taco. Congratulations. And Mikey _ Myers _ Mikey _ Myers _ spelled correctly. Boom. Congratulations. All right. Now we can see what everyone else did, and then we'll see if we have 69 participants, which we do not at the top. If you can see, it says 67. So we're going to switch it up. Instead of a 69th, what we will do is we will go down, and the last place finisher with 5 races total completed will get a VIP badge instead of the 69 spot, and then we'll do 2 randoms, okay? Okay, deal. I finished 23rd. Off of 1 race, though, we'll take it. That shoved us up very high because I would have been in the bottom. That's only bad if I was in the running for the VIP badge. All right, and the results are in. Mythical Jade, congratulations on your VIP badge for being the participant who never gave up despite all the zeros. Mythical Jade, spelled correctly. Boom. Miss Pink Dot was in 4th with 1 race. See, that's baller maneuvers. That is baller maneuvers right there. All you need is 1. All you need is 1. I've said this before, and this is living proof. All right. Random number generator time for 2 more. Okay. And that's going to be from the number 6 all the way to the number 67. With the only exception being a mod land or a me land or 66 land. So it's between 6 and 67. We spin first number 57. Soja, congratulations on the VIP badge. And then we got 1 more here. That person's going to be number 28. 28 is Nicole. You said it was your first time here. You won 1 race. And I said, maybe beginner's luck. You land with a VIP badge. And what do you know? You land with a VIP badge, 28th, but you did get a win under your belt. Which also, isn't it nuts? You got a win and I ranked higher than you. But that's the thing with marbles. You never know. All right, Nicole 7431. Congratulations. Congratulations are in order. There you go. All right, you know what? 1 more for funsies. 1 more for funsies. And that number is 44. And that is Don't You Darren. Also participated in 1 race. So you know what? Don't You Darren. Enjoy your VIP badge. Don't You Darren. Nailed it. There we go. Perfect. All right, chat. That was fun. That was a good time. That was a good time. Thank you for hanging out tonight. I do appreciate it. I'll be back, like I said, on Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern. But keep in mind, that's going to be a shorter stream because we do have the Survivor draft that night. So that's going to be a maximum 2-hour lobby, if that. But pull up still. Come hang out. We'll get some games in. This will be fun. And who knows? Maybe I'll tease what my draft board looks like at that point. We'll find out. All right, y'all. You take care. Have a good one. I will see you Sunday. Bye. Oh, Mafia's 4 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. 4 p.m. Eastern. 4 p.m. Eastern. All right. Bye.